Come on, everybody get set, let's go. It's the next episode. It's the Premium Pete Show. News, interviews, all of the info. Listen up, it's the Premium Pete Show. If you want the scoop in the low, down low, listen to the show, cause Milk said so. Fuck what you heard, better act like you know. Miss Lissa knows. It's the Premium Pete Show.
Oh no, the fight's out. I'm about to punch yo. Lights out. Get the fuck back. Guard your grill. Is something wrong? We can't stand still. I've been drinking and busting too.
Shit.
And I been thinking of busting you upside your motherfucking forehead. And if your friends jump in, girl, they be more dead. Causing confusion, disturbing the peace. It's not an illusion. We running the streets. So say bye-bye to all you groupies and gold diggers. Is there a bumper on your ass? No, nigga. I'm doing 100 on the highway. So if you do the speed limit, get the fuck out of my way. I'm DUI, hardly ever caught sober, and you about to get ran the fuck over. Move, bitch. Hey, get out the way. Get out the way.
Let me tell you something.
I'm feeling aggressive today.
Let me tell you. You can
I'm
feel
in my bag.
You can feel as aggressive as you want. But
Okay.
I will say this.
Talk to me.
That song, when that
I
shit,
love that shit.
when that shit came out, that was like some mosh hip hop.
Yo, you don't know
shit.
do you know Ludacris? Can we get him on here?
I mean, I don't know him like that.
Yo, you gotta. I love me some Luda.
But I'll tell you one thing. Shout out to my man Greg Street out in Atlanta. He's got to put that work in for the.
Wait, why he gotta do?
And get Ludacris for us.
Or you could even talk to your man. You know you are cool with JD.
Oh, Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you think about like other people, sometimes they don't really account for other people. You know how people say like, "Man, I can't talk for another man."
Right.
So that's how the business is.
I love JD too because he has that new show called The Rap Game.
Yeah.
And it's just season 2
and
just
he's on
passed.
the Mogul joint. He's on BET Mogul.
Yeah, I'm here kind of for that show, but I really like The Rap Game, and I really watch all of those episodes. I caught like a couple of the other show on EBT, but I didn't really see too many of
You
that
said
show.
EBT
What network did you
like
say
a
it was
welfare
on?
card?
You said it was what? You said it was on that.
BET.
Oh, my
Not
bad.
EBT.
My bad.
I mean, listen.
My bad.
You've been swiping that long.
I don't really watch that channel.
Well, Maxim, what's your
They
favorite cereal?
changed.
What's your favorite cereal?
I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, honestly, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I got to start to agree with this. It's overrated.
What?
It's overrated.
Why are you saying this?
Let me tell you something. The greatest cereals of all time. I'm not going to even go
Frosted
1, 2, 3.
Flakes?
No. I'll put Frosted Flakes up there.
Yes, you
Apple
have to.
Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
Cookie Crisp.
No, not
Hold
Cookie
up.
Crisp.
Rice Krispie Treats.
That's a regular thing. You could just have a rice.
Frankenberry.
What?
Fruity Pebbles.
That's too many.
Lucky Charms.
That's too many. Lucky Charms, yes.
Lucky Charms.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
So I'll go Lucky Charms, not Fruity Pebbles. So Lucky Charms, Apple Jacks, I'll give to you. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oreos.
Frosted Flakes. No Oreos. What are you talking? Those are no.
Yes.
Oreos?
Count Dracula.
I feel like if you're eating Oreos, you might as well just buy some Oreos and crunch them up in a bowl and put some milk on it, or just eat a fucking Oreo. Like, why are you? That's not this. No, not for breakfast.
Well, at least tell me that you put
Not
milk
Oreos.
in your cereal.
I do, and I put a piece of ice.
Ice?
I need my milk to be really, really, really cold.
Nah, I don't trust that. I don't trust people who put ice in their fucking cereal
Yes.
bowls. I'll tell you, some people don't put anything. Like low-key Nat, she keeps it dry. And I'm like,
No, you making it dry. That ain't
I don't really
that.
fuck with that, but I respect it. But I'll be honest with you, let me tell you something. Have you ever had Rice Krispie Treat cereal?
No, but why? So she doesn't put milk on her cereal?
Nah. She's like,
I love Rice Krispie Treats. I've never had Rice Krispie Treat cereal.
Rice Krispie Treat cereal is so official. I swear to God, and I feel like it's underrated. And I just want a champion.
I
behind
mean,
it.
I love Rice Krispie Treats. So, and I don't really fuck with Rice Krispies too tough because I feel like you got to add fucking sugar and then you got to eat it quickly before it gets soggy. So I'm definitely down to try. But now in my elder age, I don't really eat too many sugary cereals because I'm trying to like be healthier. So if I'm doing cereal, I'm eating oatmeal.
What about like Honey Smacks?
That's my shit.
Or Corn Pops?
That's my shit too.
Okay.
But I don't like Oreos. I don't know about that, but I'll definitely try the
Internet,
Rice Krispie Treats.
When you listen to this episode, tweet us. Miss Lissa knows Premium Pete Show. Let us know what your favorite cereal is.
I definitely want to know.
I want to know what the internet's fucking with these days. Like, are you a person that stays true to classics? Are you fucking with some new shit that you need to put me and Miss Lissa on to?
Or maybe you just don't fuck with cereal and you just want to get into this turkey bacon, right, Pete?
Nah, I don't fuck with turkey bacon. But you know what? And if you're fucking with the Fruit Poops.
Who?
Or the Lucky Harms. I ain't mad at you because I understand sometimes shit is tight.
Right.
There's
nothing wrong with those.
I'm a pizza connoisseur.
Right.
You know this. But if you eat $1 slice because things are hard and struggling, I'm not mad at you. But if you got life okay and you eating $1 slice, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Pete, I'm going to blindfold you one day. We're going to set this up. I'm going to blindfold you and I'm going to buy 4 slices. 2 are going to be from 2 different $1 slice places, and then the other 2 are going to be gourmet. And I'm going to see...
Gourmet?
Yeah.
I mean gourmet. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm going to the hood for your slices.
You better learn a new word today.
Going to the hood for your slice. And we're going to see if you can really identify the pizza.
Yeah, I'd be honest with you, $1 pizza,
Pizza Pete.
I'm not fucking with.
No,
That's
know
prison pizza.
this $1 slice that I know for a fact you're not going to know it's $1 slice.
Get that. Well, listen, I'm up for the challenge whenever you want. But I'll tell you one thing. Internets, welcome back to another episode of the Premium Pete Show with Miss Lissa Knows. I'll tell you, that episode last week with DMC was
so dope.
The stories that this guy tells, man. Like, from the jump, he was telling us. First of all, internets, appreciate all the love. If you haven't checked that episode, go back and check it out. Make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes, rate us, leave a comment, follow us on SoundCloud. Stay connected to the catalog. But I'll be honest with you, I really appreciated DMC stopped by. He dropped so many gems. It's crazy because the episode was like 3 hours, and I felt like I still had more to talk about.
There was so much more to talk about. And speaking about talking about, okay, guys, you guys have been talking a lot about this, like even in my DMs. So the movie wasn't backstage, it was the show. Okay.
Oh, from last episode.
Thank you for your corrections, everyone.
Listen, they're helping you out.
I look forward to all of the fun tweets and everything. I thought it was cool, and I was a little annoyed at the same time. I was like, damn, like out of all the greatness in this episode, people are continuously correcting me instead of just like enjoying what was said that was like, enjoyable. But I mean, in the same breath, I appreciate you for holding on to my words.
We appreciate all the listeners.
So
let me tell you something.
That you feel the need to be my spell check. Thank you, Siri.
People want to make sure you on your Dean Martin.
Yes.
And
Dean Martin, DMs, everything.
And you got it. And you know what? I've been telling them to slide back in the DMs.
Okay, and I wish you would stop.
Why is that?
Because I'm never going to find the love of my life in my DMs.
How do you know? People meet people on the internet all the time. Match.com, BlackPlanet.com.
I've never met anyone.
Mahente.com.
No, but I like even when MySpace or like I've literally never met Facebook, nothing. I've never met.
So you try and tell me you never slept with somebody socially?
That I met
from meeting them socially?
No.
What?
No.
Are you fucking serious? So
my life, on my hood. I'm telling you, like.
So where are the people you met? Like in the neighborhood or friends of friends?
That type of just the traditional way. Like you're just out, you might meet someone or be at like a bar or I don't know. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm in the same boat I was in all these weeks ago. I'm still not like snagging or dating. I'm really running and trying to like be popping.
Yeah, but the thing is this: a cuffing season is upon us. Someone needs to slide up in your DMs.
Don't slide in my DMs.
And maybe even send a dick pic. And let them know.
Don't do it.
No, but let them know. Like, I love the people. There was a lot of international people that slid up in your DMs. Remember?
And no, I'm telling you. And just last week, a couple of people have slid in my DMs, and I'm just like, listen, I can actually like pre-read it, so I know that I'm not gonna look at it, so it's not even worth it.
Yeah, but be nice. Internet, listen, do me a favor. If you fuck with the Premium Pete Show, slide up in Miss Lissa Knows DMs. Let her know why you should get all up in that pool.
Do not do it.
No, there's nothing wrong.
Don't listen to him. Listen, let me let you know something right now. I'm about to give y'all a major key. If if you really want to, like, you know, talk to somebody, find something that they're interested in, and maybe then you can, like, you know, finagle your way in. If you really trying to get to know Miss Lissa knows, you could book me at bookmisslissa@gmail.com if you really about this life.
Do they
and
find
then you can
out
see,
now?
like, maybe you meet me after you book me and sparks might fly. But I'm not just showing up just to show up. Like, no, like, that's not how it's going to happen.
You hear what's happening?
You probably eat your boogers.
Escort service.
You slide up in my DMs. No, Slimy, go that way.
Listen, if they have money, fly her out.
It's not even about the money. It's about the meat. Like, I'm all about energy. I can't catch that from reading your DM and looking at your fucking emojis. It's because you put the hands up and a prayer emoji and a purple heart. I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's me. Where you said BBQs? Okay. No, it doesn't mean like that. Book me, or, you know, inquire about something. I need consulting, Miss Lissa. Let's have a meeting. And then maybe I'll be like, Al, what's going on? Maybe.
I'll be honest with you. That'd be dope.
It's not going to just happen in my DMs because I'm just, like, live and ready for it. I'm not.
That'd be dope if someone actually, you know, say, hey, I want to sit down with you and talk some business. And, you know, next thing you know, they're tapping that ass.
That might be my husband, because I feel like I'm groomed to be the next. First of all, not even the next, but I'm a mogul kind of bitch. And if you need that person by your side, I'm definitely the one to make things happen. And that's why I'm telling you, I can't be wasting all this greatness on a DM. Like, you got to do some things. And that's another reason why I'm not dating, because even if I do go on a date and if I do like you, what am I supposed to do after that? Court you? Should I call you again and check on you in the morning and tell you good morning and see how you feeling? No, I would like someone to, like, feel me and want to get to know me and get into me.
Well, listen, there's a lot of
my DMs.
There's a lot of internets out here that want to feel you and get to know you.
I hate you.
And slide up in your DMs. But internets, listen, we ain't spending no more time on this. Get up in her DMs. Let her know what's up.
Get in his DM so that low-key Nat could come and shank your ass.
No, we ain't fucking with that. But I'll tell you one thing. One thing I do want to discuss before we have our guest join us. I want to discuss about parenting again. Yo, let me tell you something. Your daughter is 7 years old, right?
Grown.
7 going on 20. But here's the thing. When they get older, let me tell you something. I want to be honest with you. A lot of people don't understand this until it happens to them. You're in trouble, and I'm going to explain to you why. A girl is tough.
Yes,
raising a daughter, you know, for me, raising my daughter's going to be 17. Raising a teenage daughter is so tough. I'm going to explain to you. There's times where I'll tell her, like, yo, you know, I'm coming by, I'm going to pick you up, right? And all of a sudden the other day it was chilly. I was like, yo, put on a hoodie or something like that. It's really chilly, you know? They don't want to put on no hoodie. They don't want to listen to you. Next thing you know, she calls me the next day talking about that she's sick and she don't feel well and she wants to stay home from school. Nah, get the fuck up out of here. You enjoy that. Rub Robitussin all up on your neck.
You got to put some Vicks on that neck, boo.
Yeah. You know, but what I'm saying is, it's like the tough thing about teenage parenting is that I think that we try to instill these gems upon them, and I feel like sometimes they don't believe us. And what I've learned is the best job you could do as a parent is teach your kid, you know, instill the jewels and gems in them, and then hope that they listen and follow that path. But also what I learned is, and I made this mistake, and that's why I'm telling the internet, let them fall.
Right.
So many years, because I was a single dad with my daughter, I always put my hand behind her back of her head, her hand behind the back of her neck or her back, just so if she ever fell, she could fall on my hand. Net. I didn't realize, like, you gotta make them make mistakes. As much as it may hurt you, you have to make them make mistakes. And I think that is the key to parenting, which I'm still figuring out.
And letting them make mistakes is only because you know that you have instilled those values in them. So before you start allowing your child to make mistakes, definitely instill those values in them and do give them discipline. Because I know that for me growing up, like, there were times where you feel like you're not loved because no one is putting their foot in your ass. Like, you have to know that, yes, there's these are different kids, but we still have to instill those same values in them and give them those same, like, core things, like, where it's, like, always act accordingly. When you have an elder, you show respect, and, like, just certain things. And if your father tells you to put on a sweater, you put on your sweater. Like, it is what it is, because at the end of the day, I've lived before you, and you're going to do as I say, not as I do or as I did. So yes, let them hit their heads, but only because you know that you set them up for that. Where it's like, I know that they're going to maneuver. Like the mama bird, when she teaches the baby bird how to fly, she don't just throw the nigga out the nest. She show him a little bit. Okay, so this is how you flap your wings. This is how you do it. And then she puts him out there and lets him soar.
The sad thing is they start to hate you for actually trying to do the right thing by
But
them.
they will then, like later on, like right now, because she's 17, all she want to do is the wrong thing.
Sure.
And then she has those crazy parents who let their kids do certain things. So she looking like, well, Lindsay gets to hang out and wear makeup and blah, blah, blah. You're like, fuck Lindsay and her father,
not
my nigga.
Kid. Yeah,
exactly.
Most
But when
fuck
she gets
him.
older, she going to be like, yo, you know what? I'm so great right now because of my father. And she's not going to take certain things from men. Like, your father is the first man you ever loved.
Sure.
They set you up for how you're going to be treated. So you doing that, you thinking like, right now, of course, it's a headache. But later on in life, you're going to be like, thank you, and she going to say the same thing. And I hope my daughter say the same thing, because if she don't, I don't give a fuck. I'm putting my foot down.
Listen, most definitely you should. I mean, I got a son and I got a daughter, and I say to myself, you know, when I really look at it, and I say like, yo, I want to be my daughter's first love and my son's hero.
Right.
And that's all I really want. And you know, I think that sometimes I think like, you know, it's funny, but I think that when you have kids, and for people who don't have kids, you know, this may not be for you, but you know, it may be something in your life that you're passionate about or you love. But I feel like, you know, they really make you look at things different and change your mindset and you know, push yourself harder. And you know, it's funny because I see my man Thomas Wilson. He lives in Houston now, a dope graphic designer. I seen him tweeting the other day about like his parents and how he feels like they did some great stuff for him, but he could never pay them back. But they didn't do as much as he thought that he should do for himself. And I say to myself, when I started thinking like that, I'm like, damn, man, like, you know, keep in mind, like right now, me and you, we have kids, but we out here trying to find ourselves.
Right.
Like, we pushing hard to find ourselves. So, like, you know, they don't know. Do they know at 7 that mommy's still trying to become bigger and bigger or become something or solidify her spot in life? And, you know, like, you know, I remember growing up, my father worked 3 jobs. So I don't know if he was chasing his dreams like we are.
Right.
And, you know, I think that people sometimes don't realize how tough it is. And, you know, sometimes I see Instagram, I see Miss Lissa Knows, I see Premium Pete. They're like, oh, shit is all good.
They don't know, like, the behind the scenes.
But, yeah, you know,
real life.
shit is a struggle. And, you know, trying to teach your kid values and trying to, I don't know, man.
No, it is true. Because, like, even with me, like, Secret Gem, my mom and my dad were, like, they had like substance abuse issues. Mm-hmm. So there were times where I felt neglected. So now even with me pursuing my dreams, I always want to make sure that my daughter doesn't feel like that, because you don't know the difference of whether your mother is chasing her dreams or chasing a drug, you know? Sure. You just feel empty. So it is hard. Even for a parent that's doing the right thing, you want to make sure that you're still creating that balance and giving your child what they need and not allowing the TV or the teacher or the tutor to raise them, or the nanny or whoever.
Sure.
That you want to make sure that you are there. But it's really hard, especially in this new day and age where you just have to hustle double as hard to get less money. Like, it's just so different. It's really hard.
Sure, and I think people with money sometimes get lost. Mm-hmm. Like, meaning, like, that's why the whole presence over presence means something. Because here's the thing, I'll give you an example. When my daughter had her, not my daughter, holy shit. When my sister had her son,
right?
She when she went back to work, right?
Yeah.
When she went back to work, the guy says, "You look so tired." And she said, yeah, because he's up all night and I got to, you know, breastfeed the baby. So he said, why don't you hire a nanny? Like a night nanny.
Right.
And in my mind, I was like, night nanny? Like, she can't afford no night nanny. What the fuck is that? So what I'm trying to say is people who don't live in that life that you live, that we live, they don't understand it.
Right.
I mean, we could go on. We'll say this for another episode, but it almost goes on to, like, what's going on in the world today. Especially a lot of white people. Why they don't understand?
Talk that talk, white man.
Why they don't understand what's going on with people of color, Black, Latino, whatever the fuck, is because they don't go through it.
Right.
So they're like, oh, What's the problem? I went to farmer's market.
Right. They're oblivious.
They don't know what the fuck is going on.
And ignorance is bliss. Like, that's what they always say. Like, to be aware is to be very unhappy, is to be bitter, is to be militant, like, to really know what's going on in the world. But to be oblivious and just go about your day and everything's okay, it's a very happy life.
Yeah, and I think that, people who struggle to find, like,
Did you watch the debates?
Yeah, I watched the debate. Like, that shit was kind of like weird.
It was weird.
I mean, I spoke about it before. Both presidential candidates to me are like, but Donald Trump is somebody that is going to ruin the world. Hillary is just going to steal from the world. So I like the Steelers. I fuck with a scammer.
You from Pittsburgh? I fuck with the Steelers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like that.
Fuck with that.
But again, internet. We always try to continue to talk about parenting, real life stories. But more importantly, people joining us. And this week, we have, when we come back from break, we have the one and only Brian B.Dot Miller, Elliott Wilson, the Rap Radar Boys. They're going to join us. And I tell you, I've been wanting to have them on for a minute, not only because, like, I love what they're doing in the podcast game, and I feel like we need to embrace other podcasts. Like, stop with the podcast beef. Or is there podcast beef?
There is. I feel like we're not in the midst of that.
No.
Because I feel like we deliver something that no one can really do. So,
sitcom podcast.
Yeah, we on our own level. But, yes, there definitely is some kind of tension, and I'm going to ask
most definitely
some questions.
And we got to find out. We got to find out about Rap Radar. We got to find out about,
get all in their business. I want to know more about B.Dot because I feel like, he's kind of quiet.
Yeah, he is.
He need to get in his business.
And Elliott out there popping his collar.
Elliott, I'm telling you, they are the Destiny's Child of podcasts. We got Young Wilson.
Yeah.
And then we got B.Dot.
B.Dot Killer. B.Dot
Right.
Killer. But you know what? Let's go to break and let's come back with the Rap Radar Boys.
Ow.
And, we'll see what the fuck they got to say. Internets, don't go nowhere. Light up your blunt. Grab something in the fridge.
Get some coffee, whatever you need to do. It might be early in the morning. Get some
green tea.
Wake and bake, get your green tea.
You at the gym. You on the LIR.
Do one more rep.
You on a road trip. Wherever the fuck you are.
Do another push-up. Prepare yourselves for this podcast. It's going to be a journey.
You are listening to the Premium Pete Show with Miss Lissa Knows. We'll be right back.
Ow.
Cheer.
Yo, what's up? This is me, DMC, in the place to be. And y'all know how it goes. The only place for DMC to ever be is right here on the Premium Pete Show with the one and only Miss Lissa Knows.
We are back, Al. Sitting with us is, Rap Radar. It's the duo.
Yo, nobody interviews us together, man.
It's about bringing y'all together. We got
Peace out here making moves, baby.
Mr. Miller.
Yo.
Mr. B.Dot Miller.
Woo.
Mr. Brian B.Dot Miller.
Woo.
Mr. Elliott Wilson.
Woo.
The Rap Radar Boys are in the fucking building.
I'm excited.
I'm going by a new name these days, too.
Wait, you on your Wu-Tang shit?
We going in? We on? The mics is on?
Yeah, mics is on.
Let's do it, baby.
AKA Agent W9.
Wait.
Oh, really? Cashing them checks?
Agent W, yes.
Cashing them checks?
I'm trying to.
CBS is paying?
They're okay.
Okay.
He's talking about them side invoices.
Okay,
about that.
Yo, I love Pete. Pete always want to know what that money talk like. Like, listen, it's good over there because we need to know.
Now, you know why? Because
CBS.
just doing multiple things, sometimes some companies don't pay, man. They take a forever. Like, for instance, when you do this shit, I think, like, people pay sometimes net 90 days.
Net 30s, net 60s, net 90s.
I needed that money yesterday.
This lifetime, it seems like, in this world now, net 30s and 60s and 90s seem even longer. It seems like a lifetime.
And when you do ads, it's funny.
You forget what you did for a motherfucker. Where the check?
Like, what's the check for?
Yo, I'll tell you the truth. I was talking with Taxstone. It was funny. I was talking with Tax, and he was like, yo, this shit is kind of weird to me because I just got a money for an ad I did 4 months ago.
Yeah,
so he's like, I forgot I did the ad.
Yeah, we did one. We ain't gonna say the name, but we did one. It took a minute for us to get it. And we were shooting like YouTube videos.
Hurry up and fucking make that
payment. Was it good money though? Like, was it worth the wait?
No, it was good money, and that was the thing. It was like a promise of good paper, but it just took forever. Like the politics, logistics,
We're happy now,
it
though.
took forever. We're happy now.
Well, first off, listen, what I want to say to the internet is this. What I definitely want to say is, Miss Lissa, and I'll tell you, part of the reason why I wanted to have them up here, not only because I'm proud of them being in the podcast game, but more so is because, like, I remember when B.Dot did an episode, maybe 2 episodes, I think one with Dream and they called it the Rap Radar episode. And I remember being on the other show, and being like, "What the fuck is this?" Like what's going on? Because at that time we were really like in the ocean by ourselves.
Right.
Yep,
I mean, you had Juan Epstein, but
you always had Joe Rogan because he's at the top of the charts.
well, yes, that's and when you look at the whole atmosphere of podcasting,
Talking about the hip-hop space.
We talking about the universe.
There goes that laugh.
The universe.
Somebody keep a count on that.
How the universe is in Technicolor and surround sound. That's
Don't say that bullshit on here. But I will say, like, when he started doing that, I was like, oh shit. So he did an episode or two, and then like he stopped, and I was like,
when B.Dot was going solo.
And I know, I remember, I think we spoke, and I think he was hoping for Elliott to commit because it made sense to do it together. And I swear to God, when I looked at the movement, and I said to myself, I'm proud that he never gave up. I'm proud that he got you to fucking commit. Because I don't know.
No, I was committed. I mean, you know me. Like, I definitely observed what was going on and was supporting you in your situation with your previous spot and just observing the game. But my thing is, it's like when we did Rap Radar, the website.
Yes.
Everybody had a blog, right? It was so many blogs, and the blogs is all united, and everybody got a blog, and then it clicked when me and B.Dot were talking about, well, this is what I want to do. I think that we bring a different perspective. And journalists, and that we can approach it a different way. And like, we can quickly establish that here's this thing, it's called Rap Radar. It's a different point of view. And let's just move in and just carve our lane. And that's the same thing with the podcast lane. It took me a minute to kind of figure out, okay, what's going to make us really different and not be fighting over the same artists for the press days and they're in New York and all that.
Because we know you don't like that.
But none of us like that. I mean, that's what we try to navigate tours and stuff. And then what actually happened was we did Paul Rosenberg first, which was B.Dot's idea.
Eminem's manager,
because they had the Shady compilation and we couldn't get Eminem. We're not allowed to talk to Eminem, even though.
Wait, hold up. You can't just go over that.
Let me get a brief history. So then B.Dot came up with that great idea. Paul agreed to do it, so we had a great interview with Paul, and I was part of that. It was both of us and Paul, and Who Kid even popped in, so it was fun. And I was like, okay, this is great energy, blah, blah. And then B.Dot just started doing it more consistently just to try it out. And then at the same time, CBS already was hollering at us. It took a while, because Paul was involved in, when you do a Rosenberg, business moves at the pace where big dogs move.
Big money.
So but just he's a big money person.
Big
so he's used to doing business not in a way where he's pressed. He's not thirsty.
Right.
So they had approached us and took 9 months for us to really launch. So that's really what it was. So then when B.Dot stopped, we kind of knew we were about to launch, and then we were both figuring out, well, if we do it together, what's the energy going to be like and how we're going to approach it, and that's what we did. And then we hit the ground running in August, and we haven't looked back.
Well, I mean, and doing a great job. And it's funny because when you talk about I like doing podcast mashup because I think that we need to, and we'll get into it, but
we refuse to. You talk about going to other people's podcasts and shit?
No, just I like podcast mashup. I like doing that once in a while just so people get a different perspective of the journey people have been through. Because here's the thing. People think podcasts, keep in mind, now the ocean has a lot of swimmers in it. Mm-hmm. People talk. Everybody has a podcast these days, but it's not easy to keep it going. Right. Even the people we do it once a week. I know you guys are throwing. The norm has become once a week. As weird as that sounds. Mm-hmm. But keep in mind, people fall off because it's not easy to book guests. Yep. It's not easy to have a space. It's not easy to keep up with. It's. I mean, honestly, when you look at it, you look at you guys. I look at Tax. I look at Drink Champs. I look at even Combat. It feels like, and I don't put myself in that category because I like to just do I want to do different shit. I want to do
different
things I like, and also stay hip hop because if you're hip hop, you're hip hop. You don't have to only have hip hop on there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But don't you feel like it's become a tug of war? For podcasting, meaning in the hip hop space of trying to get the best guest first, because I know you have spoke about wanting to get the best, it's like a girl.
Well, I think what's great about it is I think that people have their own lane. Though. As corny as it sounds, as cliche as it sounds, I think that what's good about it and why hip hop fans are so insatiable about it is because we all are distinctively different. Our vibe is different than Tax and different than Combat.
But
so if you're a rap fan, you get a lot of great shit for free. You're getting a lot of great content.
Right.
You're getting a lot of shit.
You said Tax. So even though you're saying everyone has their own lane, there was a moment where you kind of felt a little kind of a way when you thought Jay-Z was going to go on Tax. So if he had his own lane, why would you care?
Well, that's a long story.
I mean,
that's
been
we got podcast
That's
time.
been misconstrued. Here's what happened.
Tell it, Elliott.
break it down like a fraction.
Break it down, Elliott.
I'm friends with Jay-Z in real life.
We know that.
Let's start with that.
Which
Okay, so
actually, wait,
secondly,
one second, before you even go to that, which is something that you said, I remember a while ago I heard this, that you had to actually get used to.
I had to accept it, because you think as a journalist you're supposed to say, well, and that doesn't mean I'm not objective. Like
a code of ethic.
You know, B.Dot is borderline. Is he gonna say you're a friend yet? You guys are real close.
I cannot disclose
But
that information.
Here's what happened. We had spoke to Jay-Z when Jay-Z saw. Again, this is problematic because he gets sensitive. But let's just for the clarity aspect of it, right? When that woman said that comment about a drug dealer, 15-year drug dealer, he really got offended. He reached out to us and said he was finally going to do the podcast. So we're excited, like we got Hov, you know, we got him, you know, and then he stopped following up with us. Right. I'm like, oh shit, it's going left. Then that Friday, Taxes in the thing, putting the video up. He's with him, so it looks like, yo, you gave it to this guy. Right. So that was the initial reaction. But I didn't stop Jay-Z from doing anything. I don't have that power. Jay-Z is Jay-Z, and all I did was try to protect what I thought was mine. I never tried to attack Tax or try to take something from him. I've had mad respect for him. I still have mad respect for him. I've always supported him. If you look at my timeline, look the way I do business, I always show him love because he brought a new energy into the game. So I always respect that. And I'm not a sucker trying to stop somebody from doing something, but I'm gonna protect mine. And if a nigga tell me he's moving with me, I'm gonna try to protect that.
But at the same time, it has to
That's the reality.
It's also competition. There's value in the Jay-Z interview. Who doesn't want to get a Jay-Z interview? But you want to secure it first.
If you get a fair and square, you take that L.
Hey,
Again, we just thought that because he said to us literally, it's go time, turn the mics up. And when we've been trying to get him since we launched, and we actually have a good rapport with him and friends with him, you know, we thought it was going to go down. But I don't think I stopped Taxstone. Like, I think that whole story gets really misconstrued, and Nori stirred it up, and everybody has their take on it and their perspective. But I never actually even spoke to Tax about it. But the reality is, again, I thought he was committing to us, and then my initial reaction was, yeah, like, what the fuck, you going over here? But that was it. And then Hov isn't done any interviews in any way with anybody.
That
and I can't stop that.
Blue no more. He like, listen, I told
he ain't ready to move yet. He ain't ready to move yet. It's hard to get all those type of level of people. Like, and Pete can speak to this, right? I think there's still a challenge as much as people say, well, look at the hip-hop community embracing all these podcasts. It's so crazy. It's so amazing. Yada, yada, yada. Everything's great. We still can't get those top-tier artists yet.
Right.
We can't get Drakes. We can't get the Jay-Zs. We haven't gotten the top-tier guys yet. So there's still a hurdle that we're all fighting for. And whoever gets that fair and square, applaud that person. I'm not a hater.
And if you kind of feel like you have seniority, so you should be the first.
No, I feel like I'm doing dope shit. And I'm gonna earn it. Fuck my past. I'm putting out the best podcast to me right now in this space with my man B.Dot, and we're gonna be like the forum that I feel deserves it, and I'm gonna go for it. And if we don't get it, we don't get it.
But it's like a loose ball, you know what I mean? In sports, like who doesn't want to go grab for the rebound? Everyone's grabbing for the coveted interview.
And trying to put it in the basket. But you know what, Elliott?
But you got to play by the rules. You can't be fouling niggas. You can't be a cheater. You can't be a sucker. You can't be a sucker.
Certain people do play jail ball, but
right.
It is
I don't play. I don't think. Look at my history. I never played jail ball.
No. But when you say the way you explain that, I understand even more now. Like, meaning, like, you're like, yo, the dude said we getting ready to go, and then you get about to pass this off.
Yeah, I just confused. I was like,
you know, I understand that even more now, and I actually understand and agree with you. And you know, because I know some people try to say, like, oh, you know, that's corny, da-da-da. When the way you just explained that, I understand 100% totally.
Yeah, you protect what you think is your thing, whether it's anybody, family, or whatever it is.
Not most definitely. But now it comes to a point where it's funny, because when you mentioned trying to get the big wig, trying to get the people, right? As you've been doing this for over a year now with Rap Radar Podcast, right? Yep. You look at it. How do you get people that people haven't had on already? Even though things happen where you get people on that people have had on, but if you give them a little bit of time, it still pops. Like, for instance, like when I was on the other show, we did Jermaine Dupri. Right. We did a lot of artists that you did, and we got the same response that you did at that time. But now you're getting the response. It's like, I don't want to say refurbished, but it's like kind of like it's reignited.
Yeah, it's the right
perspective. It's all about timing. You know what I mean? Like, with a lot of the guests that we have, it coincides. It's almost thematic. So if you go back a year ago, everyone that we've had is a reason why we've had them, and it makes sense. It's like,
sure.
Finals are chronological of our our growth. So it has to make sense for the specific time, and I think that just. Like, for instance, this week we had who did we have? We had
Andre Harrell.
But see that's somebody that hasn't been on any podcast.
Right.
That's like even when you had Biggs, that's like when we got James.
Yeah, those are true exclusives.
Right.
But again, what happens is we do Jermaine Dupri because what we look for is always it has to be a current time. We don't want to do a legend or OG just because they're a legend OG
or
and they got stories, right? They got classic stories because they probably did on Combat or they did on One App, right? So we'll go back and listen to that to make sure that we know what he said there and have an idea of that. But when we book somebody like that, there's a current time. Jermaine Dupri had a current show, reality shows that were doing well. So even though that may not be the cool thing that people talk about on the timeline all day, that's the current tie-in. You know what I'm saying? Clark Kent had a sneaker expo that he was promoting.
We know.
Yeah. Andre Harrell had the Revolt Conference.
Coming up soon.
Kevin Lyles just celebrated the second year of 300 Entertainment, and now you see Lior's leaving. So you look at anybody we book, there's what I call a current tie-in. There's something that's going on right now that's relevant that we are covering, and then because that person, we can scale back, and then motherfuckers want to know about Uptown Records, and they want to know about Puff, and they want to know about Mary J. But I'm going to let the motherfuckers sell Revolt and sell the Revolt Conference and get kids down there, and like that's the current time. That's what makes it fresh to me. But I'm not. Isn't about. I think it's less about an exclusive game. It's really about when we do somebody.
It's more like a presentation
right
game, though. I think exclusive is always good, but I think it's always about how you present it.
And it's also about having somebody on that hasn't been on. People like that shit when you think about it.
No, because even if
I think
somebody
it's less about
been
that.
on, it's about the questions that you asked and the vibe that you give. Like, so
it's
not
going to
really
be a
that.
different. Again, that's why I think that we all have our own lanes. Like it's going to be a different vibe, a different conversation if they sit with someone else or they sit with us.
Like I give you an example. I always say we want Nas, right? Nas is the legend.
Sure.
If we have him on the show and he goes on Drink Champs, it's going to be a different vibe.
Listen, it happened with us. We had Clark on before y'all, and it dropped.
We were mad about that. That was drama.
And it was just like, hold on, Clark.
We were now that one I fought for the exclusive. We were supposed to be first.
Actually,
So then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. We were supposed to be first, and then I think B.Dot hit me in the morning like, what the fuck?
I did the same thing.
He's on Pete. He's on Pete, and like, what the fuck? And then they immediately had hit me around the same time, apologizing because we had been promised that we would get the first look because we had fought for that
they
again.
didn't tell me. And here's the thing, though. Let me keep it 100. Quark is my man for a long time.
Yeah, you guys have a real friendship.
Yeah.
So that's different.
So he came on. We had the show, and then what happened was the dude DJ Sherrod. He's a cool dude, but what happened was
those guys.
he didn't communicate with me. If he told me that you were dropping, look, he said that they wanted the exclusive. I was like, all right, whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, yo. If they would have told me they were dropping the same day, I would have never dropped this. Like that wasn't meant to do.
Because that doesn't help you either.
Yeah. I told him all that does is take away from listens from my side. It may take some from your side.
Right.
It's just stupid. Like I don't want to.
But in all fairness to you though, like we had tried to figure out when we were going to do Clark, so we waited a little long. We kind of stretched it on our end before we actually did him. So
he said,
it just made it overlap.
So basically, what you trying to say is you had it first, but you let it linger.
Hit it first.
He doing that good talk. Like, listen, I
had her number first,
but I let it low. Like, is he trying to
I didn't move on it. I had Shorty's number, but I didn't really move on it.
What was his name again? Sherrod. Oh yeah, him.
He's trying to Ray J me.
Talk, Elliott. Talk that talk.
I hit it first.
You guys have a great synergy though. Like, what do you feel like is the glue? Like, how did you meet? Like, what is it? Like, I'm here for it.
Tell the people who don't know.
Elliott used to be my boss when I used to be at XXL. I was like low guy on the totem pole.
Yo, Harlem don't call nobody they boss. You might as well call him dad.
Nah, he's from Queens.
He was my dad at XXL.
Your spiritual dad.
So that's where the connection starts from. Then when we both got let go, and he said, "Hey, I'm starting this website," and it was like, "A website? We come from magazines. Like, what are we doing?
What you talking
about?" And I was like, at the time I had no gig. I was like, all right, let's do it. And he's told me the website, the name, and here we are today.
Elliott's been
that clean. Get it.
Elliott's been a loyal. I feel like you've been loyal to the people you've been around. Like I
made a lot of people rich,
but
Yo, Dame made millions, Hov made millions, B.Dot made millions.
But to be you probably be modest about it, but Elliott, like a lot of editors, a lot of people that are in this business, Elliott put them on.
They came up under the Tutelage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that's the benefit of being older, right?
Who are some of the people? Not that you're claiming
Vanessa Satin, Noah Callahan Bever,
Complex.
Vanessa's at XXL.
Yep.
Brendan Fredericks a genius now.
Yep.
Noah
He was at
Callahan,
Comic
Noah
for a
Callahan Beverett Complex. I mean, you know.
Basically, everyone that's like in media has gotten a check from like XXL Harris Publications. It's because Elliott signed off on it.
Even Just Blaze, I remember.
You got Just Blaze,
Yo,
buddy.
you got Just Blaze
Just
money,
Blaze
and he
would
never cashed
he
him.
never cashed a check.
No, he never cashed the check.
Why he didn't cash them?
Because he's rich.
He was rich. He's like the hottest producer.
You
and
gotta
stuff.
still listen.
The funniest
The
story
cat
was
might need an account.
No, tell us about Just
shout
Blaze.
out to Paula Renfro. Was one of my editors, and I knew her from the Source. We worked together at the Source. Paula T. Renfro. I remember I brought her along. I hired her. What are you laughing at, Paula?
No, just the idea.
He beat. No, that's what happened. He had a good she do that good thing with her mouth.
Hey.
No, don't lie. Use the way you laugh.
So the
Don't lie.
reality is, I brought her as like kind of like more the lifestyle editor, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Especially at the time where we had a previous art director and me and this guy didn't vibe, so it was just all like a fucked up climate. So I hired her. She was mad cool, so I started sending her out to do stuff like, you know, lifestyle editor, you basically cover like the cars and the video games and the lifestyle, and you go to the fashion shows, you cover all that shit, right? So I remember she went to some type of truck thing, you know, car thing, and she met Just Blaze, and she came back to my office and she was like, Elliott, look, I know that you don't really like a lot of people, but I met this guy. His name was Just Blaze, a producer. He loves the Book of Rap List. I did this book, Ego Shit's Book of Rap List, and he's a big fan of the X-Clan album. He's like, she says, he's like, we're in school. She's like, I think you guys could be friends. And I'm like, well, you think you be my friend? I'm like, okay, yeah. And then she gave him my number, and then we just started getting cool. And like at the same time we were getting cool, he started becoming like the hot Rockefeller producer and was fucking killing everything. And I was like, and he knew everything about what was going on in technology. I was like, yo, can you just do a column like about what the fuck this is? Or if we get shit, can we just have you like,
Review
you know,
it?
test it and review it? And so then he took it real serious. You know, he would always turn his copy like very at the last deadline possible, knowing just like. You know, he's never on time, but he's always on time. You know, he always comes through right at the end, and he kills it. And that's the same thing he did. You know, he DJ'd my wedding, you know, when I got married. Like, it's always me coming to a crisis like, yo, Just, I really need you to something, and he'll always make it happen. So
yeah, I remember him talking about that he had mad checks from there. I think, and some of them had some good.
Those checks were nice.
Yeah, and he never
like $800 a month or something like that, right? Or a G a month.
Well, the rate was $1 a word.
Yeah,
and those columns were about 800 to 1,000 words. Give
so he would have what $12,000 a year that he would never cash. Yeah. So dude, like you just got $12K just sitting there, like
y'all owe him back like y'all owe his rent. He gotta come get that money.
For the people who don't know, I mean, Rap Radar, you know, how did like. So what is like Paul? Like Paul owns part of Rap Radar.
Yeah, he owns
like,
the majority. I own the
happen?
minority.
Break that down for people who may not know. Like, how did he approach you and tell you want to do a website? Like, how did that even happen?
He hit me. Well, a lot of people hit me the day I got fired and was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Double XL.
Why? Because it went viral before viral was viral. Like everybody just knew the team.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. I remember this was in the website era.
You were like the first viral.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. They had back. It was still an era where it was all hip hop and SOHH. They were running shit, right? So I remember I made like the top story, all hip hop and SOHH. So Elliott Wilson fired, blah blah. So I'm like home, down in the bottle of red wine.
Unemployment.
I think I had like a
revolvers on the table.
So I'm so thankfully I was married. Already, so I didn't have the revolver on the table. No, so I'm like refreshing and like I'm like really the top story. Like I was fucking fired. Like this is crazy.
You want to tell why for the people that don't know? You just gotta Google it.
Why'd I get fired?
Why'd you get fired?
He don't want to tell. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No one really
you know
knows.
why. Don't lie. He know why.
I think they're just.
How you gonna ask us?
Wait, you were the editor-in-chief at Double XL, no?
Is there a statute of limitation? I think it's over, right?
It's got to be over.
Yeah.
I mean, you could check after. We could always.
I mean, the business had changed. What happened was I was still selling magazines. It's funny because the recession had started to hit before that, right? So everybody would be like, yo, you know, the recession. I'm like, I'm doing good, baby. I'm selling
I'm like
200,000.
Like
I'm still moving 300,000 on the newsstand. What are you talking about? Recession?
Right. Shit's popping.
Like that Jeezy shit sounds cool, but that ain't affecting me. I'm good money. Like I'm good. What are you talking about? But I was due for another big raise, and then that was the first year where we lost kind of the hip hop advertisers. The era where like the Rockawares, you couldn't rely on the Sean John checks,
yeah.
the FUBU. So we had technically as a business took a loss that year for the first time. So I think they just felt the quick math was clip YN and you know you don't lose that money that you lost before. And it was the top of the year, and I'm proud of myself because every year I would negotiate my own shit. I never had a lawyer.
Really?
I re-up my own shit. That's the thing. I was talking about that.
You got what you wanted?
Yeah. Definitely.
And I mean, if you don't mind telling, what would a salary
be paid
be?
like Anna Wintour, be paid like a Time Inc. editor. Like there was a standard of like don't treat this like just some hip hop shit. Treat this shit like real publishing. Like
Right.
I'm doing real numbers. I see the books. We're doing this. You're not going to cut me in on ownership, right? Because you have this class situation and I don't fit this. So you're going to pay like you weigh. And you're going to have to cut me these big, you're going to have to
Now,
pay.
what is the salary?
And then if I sell magazines more, like I get bonuses and I would, we would set
Little
things
perks,
up that way.
little
Yeah.
perks.
Like if the number, it was just basically like, let's just deal with the numbers. Let's deal with the black and white. And that's what 50 was. Like, I saw putting 50 Cent in the cover would lead to this, right? So there used to be this taboo thing of like, you shouldn't put the same motherfucker on the cover twice a year. You have to wait till the next album comes out. I'm like, fuck that. This guy's still the hottest guy.
Right.
Sure.
6 months later, put him on the cover again. Boom. Same amount or even more. Every letter's like, get off his dick.
But who would
You
people
suck.
Who were people saying
You're a
this?
sucker. Jimmy Iovine owns you. You're a punk. You're supporting this guy. And it would sell. Every time it would sell. So, everything was driven by that cover decision and those things being things that could make money. So it was all about business at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's funny you say.
Oh, so to get back to go, so then Paul just reached out, and then Paul's idea with Rap Radar was, at the time, Perez Hilton was hot.
It's like
And it was
2008.
2008, right?
Yeah.
So it was like when
He's
you
a
thought
mommy now.
of gossip, you thought of Perez Hilton. This is before
Yep,
TMZ
yep,
took
yep.
off, right? So he was the authority. Now TMZ's the authority. Back then, Perez Hilton was the authority. So I think in Paul's mind, it was like, oh shit, click. An individual could be your guideline to what's going on. Elliott's no longer at this thing, but he's still Elliott Wilson, so he should be this guide of what's going on in hip hop. Let's do a website together, and you at the forefront, and that's what you probably should have segued to doing at Double XL, which is what Noah ended up doing. Noah was smart enough to turn the magazine into a full-fledged business, and had the backing from his partners
from
to
Rich
do
and
it.
all them. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it was. And it was like, yo, you could be the Perez Hilton. You could be the Huffington Post. You could be that type of thing for the culture. And then with B.Dot, back to B.Dot, it was actually the opposite of what you were saying. I didn't want to work with anybody from Double XL because I had my pride and I was like, fuck
them.
everybody.
Yeah.
And like, I don't need none of y'all. And I'm just going to start from scratch and I'm going to build my own shit. But at the timing, B.Dot had got let go around the time I was really about to launch it. And we met, and it just felt right, and it was just like, yo, I'm not gonna deny that. Like, and like we're both from Queens, but we didn't know each other that well. We keep getting to know each other now in this incarnation. It wasn't like we were at XXL, cool, kicking it all the time. He
See
brought
each other in passing.
see each other in passing. He was a young intern doing his thing. And then grew to being associate editor. I don't know what your highest title got to. Assistant editor, associate editor.
Yeah.
You kept growing in the business. And
Comment
B.Dot just brought the
section.
energy.
We gotta know more about
B.Dot was never scared. That's what I liked about B.Dot.
Yeah.
B.Dot was like, he wasn't a yes person. He wasn't just kissing my ass. He wasn't just like, I'm on because I'm a Double XL and whatever you say. He was his own man. He had his own opinion. He challenged the decisions we made.
You know what?
He's a Capricorn.
He always said that.
One thing I like about B.Dot is always been very opinionicated. And
You got
and
some
and it's
wine,
fun-
you got- it's red?
it's fun- Yeah, get
Let's
the red.
do
Get
it.
past that red around. But,
I got you guys. You ain't have to announce it to the people.
It's all good. It's all good.
Alcoholics in the Rap Radar
This is a
podcast.
parenthesis
Good.
moment, babe.
I'm
Yo,
sorry.
actually, before I even go into
Act like you've been
talking
here
about
before.
B.Dot more, yo,
Thank
when
you, buddy.
editor-in-chief of Double XL,
Yeah.
couple $100,000 a year. No, I'm saying I don't know the business of how much they make. You don't have to tell me how much you
telling
make.
you, Pete always
and I
wanna know what
I
the
gave you
child support
I
is
gave
like.
you the hint. I said Time Inc. editor. There was a certain base of what a Time Inc. was like
Six
the biggest
figures,
publishing
obviously.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you fight to get up that scale. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's funny that you did that by yourself because I feel like sometimes when you lock in at a certain price, it's so hard to get a raise. Pause. You know what I mean?
But I had the numbers to back it. It was hard, but I think that and everything went great until that other side of the business changed, where we couldn't rely on the urban clothing lines to advertise the same way and bring that level of revenue. So then that's only when it fell apart. And in fairness to them, that was the business decision. I just felt I didn't like the way it went down. It was just shrouded in controversy.
And you're passionate about shit, so you like I feel like sometimes I relate to your passion because it's like you're like, man, I put all this, like you're loyal, you put in all your effort, and then like shit goes down. You're like,
no,
man,
it's how
fuck that
dare
shit.
you? Like
Yeah,
how
fuck that.
fucking dare you?
Yeah.
Like
Are you still who you? Who'd you have fucking? You had some. You got beef with a couple.
Everybody.
Was it-
Name a rapper.
No, not only rapper. Are you?
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story.
What about-
I met with I sat with I did something for my wife. My wife is She does a course.
Danielle Wilson,
Danielle Smith professionally.
Yes.
She works now at ESPN's The Undefeated, the website.
Yep.
That's doing good,
and
phenomenal
and
out
the
the gate.
hardcover.
We did hardcover. That was great.
What was it like having a wife that was also a journalist? Like, was it competition? Like,
well, she taught me a lot. But let's get to that.
Okay.
1 second.
Tell
Let me
that
get out
story.
what I was going to say. What was I?
You said you had a story about.
So I teach her. She teaches a course still for in New York City. For Syracuse has the Newhouse University, Newhouse students. So they do field trips. So I took them to Spotify. She couldn't make it because she had a conference to go to in Denver. So she made me babysit her class. So I went to Spotify and brought the kids and like met Tuma. Tuma used to work at MTV several years, Revolt. And then we got a surprise visit by Troy Carter, who now used to manage, Rough Riders back in the day, Lady Gaga. He's now one of the big wigs over at Spotify. So he comes in the thing and he actually was entertaining the kids. He's giving a lecture and he starts talking and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, because like me and Elliott, we go back, man, to them XXL days. And I'm running around with Eve and all these motherfuckers. And he's like, Elliott, remember when the Rough Riders wanted to kill you? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the Rough Riders wanted to kill you. I was like, what? Why do they want to kill me?
Wadeen wanted to put the beats on you.
This guy Elliott.
Because it's funny. I did this guy Elliott. What is he doing? No, but I said that when I did an interview with Sway. It was like, yo, you act like somebody threatening me is new. Like I've been threatened my whole career. Like niggas have been threatening me. You know what? That's for 2 decades.
It's a great time to talk about.
Threaten me. Like
who doesn't? We're gonna go over who likes you and who doesn't like you.
Why do
he just said
why
no
do people
one
love that? Why
That's
do
a drinking
people? Why do you think people are so fascinated with that? They love that. Angela Yee. Any interview, right? Angela Yee is like.
Shout out to Angela. Al, how you doing, girl? Everybody go to that juice bar.
We owe a lot
Brooklyn.
to Ange, though. Ange, B.Dot can speak on it, too. Like, Ange was the one who always embraced us, let us come up to Shade 45 and talk our shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make us appreciate what this power, because all this shit is broadcasting. We're broadcasting. Fuck a signal, terrestrial, satellite. It's all broadcasting,
and that's why
best content wins.
Yeah, that's why I think we need to really. I know it's like a competition. People say it's not. Sometimes it is, like as far as like podcasting, but I feel like we need to like come together and really support each other because like it's funny. Like you wouldn't get mad if say Hove went on the Breakfast Club.
No,
right? But
no, I got most mad at that. That's how I got him for Yankee Stadium.
Hold on, but that was great, by the way. But keep in mind too, what I'm trying to say is radio's radio, and no disrespect to Andrew, I love her. But what I'm saying is we need to be our own radio.
Absolutely.
As far as being in the podcast space.
Well, that's how the public views us.
People like to choose
to
what
see
they
you
listen
win.
to now.
Yeah, most definitely. To see you win or Nori win or this one win. That's going to make us win ultimately.
But like competition breeds awareness. Like Pepsi wouldn't be Pepsi without Coca-Cola. It's all good.
I think that's my Achilles heel. I think I'm too competitive, almost to a fault.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not like disrespect. It's just I just want to be the best. No one wakes up saying, "Hey, I want to be number 2."
But I think sometimes that's
but number
that's
2
not how
is the shit.
the world moves now. I try to be less competitive in that way because I think that style doesn't work in this era. That style's kind of an older style.
Yeah.
Like we used to do that. That was rah rah rah. It was taking lunch money.
Yeah.
Like when people say that about the situation with Tax, that's not what I was doing. I know what that's like.
Right.
Like don't fuck with this nigga. Bring it over here and da da da. That's
like
how we used to run XXL against the source. Like that's what I don't do business that way. Like I don't.
Like that. I'm just talking about it as a lifestyle. Like you want to present the best work in that way.
But I think the word I think the word competitive doesn't. It used to be this word that was like everybody then understood it and gave it the respect.
Right.
I think competitive seems like
jealousy.
Beef now.
Jealousy. Yeah, it has more of a
like
negative.
Envious.
It has a negative connotation more than it used to. It used to be a positive thing.
Just get a thesaurus.
But we all are because we all are competitive.
As
but
you should be.
You articulate it, but it's about talking about it in the abstract. Like I just want to be the best and I want to put it forth and I want to be impactful. And it's like trying to act like nothing is around you in a sense. But what happens with competition is that's how you get better because you measure yourself against
other people
this way. Like look, for example, this week we just dropped a great episode with Kevin Lyles. We just dropped over with Andre Harrell. But Tax got the conversation because he got Beanie to come back.
Yeah,
and Beanie's talking about this drama that just went down. So that's breaking news, right?
Yeah.
So we're competing with that. And we got some more podcasts coming up this week on deck. So we're coming with our assault of what our thing is. But then, okay, this guy has this thing that's dope. It's making noise too. So steel does sharpen steel. But I just try to pull back more and it's not frame it in this thing of being competitive and
but I think,
the aggression
I think
of it
that
is
people,
a little different now.
No, most definitely. But I think that people think like there isn't such thing as podcast beef. right? There is actually, and I'm gonna explain to you why.
Beef in
there is.
anything, yeah.
I'm gonna explain to you why. Even like I look at it like Combat goes to London, goes to BBC, does a radio show. They're asking him about you, Rosenberg, me, asking about like people. Like here's the thing, Nori, right? He came on your show, right? Pause. To coming on your show. He comes on your show, right?
Right.
Then he turns around and gets a podcast, right? Doing a great...
At our network.
I know. Which, to be honest with you, I never even knew CBS had a podcast network. I started to look at them, like, oh, shit. But, but here's the thing. Then all of a sudden, he's spoken out, out here about how he didn't like the way you guys... moved and you and him. No, I'm being honest.
Your laugh is
before I even go into Nori, right?
I hate it.
Before I even go into Nori,
Who's Nori?
N-O-R-E.
Shout out to Nori. Queens, baby.
No, but before we even go, you know what? I realize there's too much Queens going on here today.
A lot of Queens, baby.
And I'm a black queen. Hello. Feeling real
she's
good.
Hell's Kitchen, Brooklyn always. But like even thinking about like when you guys were doing the podcast,
right.
I remember being on the fucking other shows. Like, what the fuck is going on here? It's a competitive spirit,
of course,
right?
And also because it feels like like I get it. Like you guys were coming out like motherfucker, this is us. And how sometimes I feel like people get mad when people come out like rah rah.
Right.
But keep in mind, if you don't come out rah rah, what are you going to do? Like, hey, guys, we're here.
Nobody gives a fuck about you. We got to make ourselves give a fuck about us.
So I
we
kind
care.
of understand now, you know what I mean? That
hey, man, nobody acknowledges other people's great work the way I do. I'll just say that for the record, too.
No,
if he gets mad at me, like, I will retweet the new tax season, the new whatever. Like it doesn't matter to me.
If somebody calls you an asshole.
Yeah, that's true. But that's
why?
Because that's part of the culture.
But at the same time, I get mad at you because no one does that for us, though.
No one does it for anybody.
Yeah.
I like to look at it like, first, at my heart, I'm a rap fan. So am I going to act like because I have a podcast, if Tax got Beanie, I didn't see it? I'm going to show love to that. So you know what I'm saying? No.
And not for nothing.
Or anything that's dope and I think it represents culture.
It's good for his energy. Like, you don't do things thinking that people are going to reciprocate. You do it from your heart. Like, you have to do things without expectation.
That fan perspective.
Like, don't expect anything. And if someone does it because they genuinely fuck with your shit, that's cool. He's doing it because he really fucks with it. So it's like,
or as a fan, I think that they would fuck with that.
Karma is only going to be grand on his end. Like, he's only going to be just doing good for his own energy.
Karma.
Like,
he's
good.
Miss Confucius.
Miss Listener. No, I'm Nostradamus.
But let's get back. Let's get back, Elliott. I want to go back
to
the people who don't like you.
I want to know.
Hold up.
How could a man with an infectious laugh have so many enemies?
And people who do? Well, let me tell you something. In this game, we build some great relationships, right? Think about it.
Yes.
Like obviously your relationships, B.Dot's relationships, are showing through the podcast.
When you think hip hop journalism, you think anything in terms of hip hop media. Does my name come up? Do you think my name is in that conversation?
Of hip hop journalism?
Anything,
absolutely,
media,
absolutely.
Do you think it was that way 5 years ago?
I mean, 5 years ago, yeah.
I think I've seen you on like a VH1 a couple of times.
I'm just saying,
you found a way to stay relevant.
Yes, so I think that's what comes with it. Because I think at the end of the day, you look at artists, they fall off. They have their ups and downs. I found a way to like stay at the forefront in a lot of ways for a long period of time, and no one's ever done that. So I think that that's what inherits a lot of the ups and downs and hate or whatever you say.
Like Troy Ave, right? I know that you supported him well.
Of course.
But
I still support him.
When people didn't support him, he would go
No,
at
but
them.
I didn't support him at first. Me and B.Dot didn't support it first.
And did he go at you?
I didn't notice if he did. I'm sure he did.
But you ever see I think he was going out like Joe Complex one time.
Anybody?
He was his approach was like kind of weird. Like either you support me or go fuck yourself.
But here's the difference. It's like even with me and this young lady here, it's like until you actually get to meet somebody and actually talk to them, so much is made of acting like you know somebody just because you sent them an email, you met them once at a club. If you ain't really sat down, had a real conversation, like sat down 10, 15 minutes, really chopped it up, then if a motherfucker try to play you, that's betrayal or they being a sucker, right?
Yeah.
If you ain't have, so much is done without motherfuckers ever really interacting.
But also,
like in hip hop, it's like so and so got beef with so and so. They never even really met.
I don't even know
look at Game and 50 Cent. They had that shit for so long. Mm-hmm. They never were in the same club, and they were finally in the same club. They talked because they're never in the same club. So much is done for so many years, negative towards each other, but they're never in the same building. So you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you're going to laugh it off. Maybe you're going to fight. Maybe you're going to squash it. You don't know, but motherfuckers never cross paths.
But
so,
don't you think 40 years old beefing on hip hop is kind of whack?
Of course.
I mean, let's be honest.
I
Especially
know.
on Instagram.
That's why I'm not trying to shut nobody down. I'm 45. I'm proud to be 45. I'm not trying to put nobody else's lights out, but I'm going to shine my motherfuckers bright as fuck. Like I'm not
There's nothing wrong
I'm
with
not
that.
trying to take their light. I want everybody to do what they're going to do. I have no problem with that.
That's true.
You know, and that's the difference. I think that's the point. Here's the thing with the XXL, that was built off, the source has this thing that I want. And they did me dirty, and that's a whole other story nobody ever talks about.
I was just about to ask you how that
in the 90s.
It's right here. Don't worry. I was going to ask you all about you and Benzino and all of that jazz.
No one's ever heard of that. But
I had it right here. Look.
No, but then
what was it like working with Benzino?
We'll get to that. I never worked with him.
I got
and I
notes.
never got anybody lunch. That's some real revisionist history shit.
People need to know.
I hate
that,
revisionist history. Revisionist history is... No, they said it was a funny line. It was actually the only funny shit Dave Mays ever said, which is lunch meat. That was funny.
Okay.
It did make me laugh. It was funny. But I'm just trying to say... I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought, but it's all
Where
good.
the fuck were you? You're a fucking podcast tonight.
She distracts me. It's bad.
I'm sorry. Stop looking over here.
But you know what? Let's even go back like to a relationship. Here, I'll give you an example. When I met Drake, right? I met Drake before he was even moving, before the flex thing. You know, dealing with him in sneakers. Me and him formed a relationship. Nico, Oliver, those are the only people I knew. Nico and Oliver. So
That's still a core, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know Chubbs. I don't think Chubbs was around. There's a dude, Hush.
Or
a dude with
CJ.
They're all still
there
around.
was a dude with a mark on his
That's
face.
CJ.
That's
Yeah.
CJ, yeah.
No.
Anyway, we became real cool. We used to call my phone. Tiana Taylor introduced me to him. She was like, "Yo, you know Drake?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't even know him." Like, this is many years ago.
Of course.
And so anyway, we built a relationship. I was getting him a lot of shit. I got a lot of friends that wear his size. I was able to get him mad exclusive stuff. It's amazing to look back and think this guy has his own fucking Jordan line now.
Right.
And meanwhile, I was getting him stuff. I've recently seen him when he flew me out when Bun... the HAW, they did a tribute to Bun, so he brought all Bun's people. And so they brought like Bun's high school teacher, they brought Bun's publicist, they brought me. It's shit like
Fancy,
that. And,
Pete.
yeah, most definitely.
He doing that mogul talk.
And we're no. But I'm explaining to you, the point I'm trying to make is how I remember you started a relationship with him early on, and it just kind of sometimes diminishes. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I was talking with Nico, and one day, like, Nico was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get a pair of these, da da da," and I'm talking with Nico, and next thing you know, Drake came in the room, and then he gets on the phone, and he's like, "Oh, you talking with Nico?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was trying to get him a pair of olive 9s in size 8, because that's what he's wearing." And then next thing you know, like, it started to diminish of his calls. I guess he was trying to keep it very exclusive. You understand?
Right.
And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, there was a point in time where I would have said that you could definitely get Drake on your podcast. And then he just grew so big. How many times have you seen this happen where people grow so big, and then it's like your relationship kind of changes? Like,
That's
you're
everybody.
cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you may be cool with Drake.
Well, even this whole tier of artists, though. But artists now, you look at the top artists, they're very selective. They rarely do media, right? You look at someone like that new generation, what is Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. Back in the generation when we launched Rap Radar, you know, they're running around with the Karen Civils and everybody.
Sure.
They'll do 87 interviews. They'll do millions of interviews. They did so much. They almost burnt themselves out, right? Now it's hard to get them to commit to things and lock them down. So I just think it shifted. Like, and I like artists now also have become more empowered that, well, if I'm going to do this, I own Tidal, go to Tidal. If I do this, I'm on Apple Music. It's
Right.
like Drake can now, instead of putting a song off on SoundCloud,
Sure,
give it
it's
to Apple where he's getting $20 million from Jimmy
And
Iovine.
artists are more
He's
brand
empowered,
conscious.
you know?
Artists are more
Yeah.
brand conscious of themselves these days more.
Yeah.
So that it's like, we came, we saw, we conquered. Thank
Sure,
you
sure.
very much.
Right, we good.
But have
But
you asked
that's
him? Have you
that's what I
asked him?
hate. Yeah, I asked him, and again, he's another one. We've had times when people have said it's go time, and then they change their
'Cause
mind.
Would you ever
And that's
pay
what
for an
what happened
interview?
Pay
then.
for an interview.
No. But I wouldn't do that out of my pocket. But I would be open to a
Hello?
situation. No, let me explain.
Get some sponsors.
I'd be open to a situation where a sponsor would compensate me and the artist.
Yeah.
Not just the artist being paid. Because if we're both on that stage and we're getting this bag from
Like when you do that crown
Leo
stuff.
Chips, yeah, exactly.
Hello?
Then if we can secure the bag for both of us, then yes, we will put on, we will be compensated, and then we will still present great journalism to the people. So that's different.
So
yeah.
you asked him to do it. He kind of committed.
He said he would do it.
and
and then
same
it
shit
didn't
like
happen,
with
yeah.
with Hove.
It happens.
And
because again, the top tier haven't fully embraced the podcast medium.
But this also isn't new though, too.
Yeah, you can't say he did. Well, here's the one up where he did, or here's the, and it's, even when Jay did the one up, that was an extension of the Hot 97 morning show.
First, they
didn't book him. They didn't book him as a podcast.
Hold on, I got to say something because Rosenberg. Listen, salute to you, Rosenberg. He complains too fucking much. But here's the thing, Rosenberg. Here's the thing with Rosenberg. When they did one up, don't get me wrong. They started the hip hop podcast as far as we know. Right?
Yes, sir.
We came next with the Combat Jack show, right? Yep. But I want to say this with Rosenberg, right? They were at Hot 97.
Yes,
so you do a morning show with Hov and say, come in the next room, and now you're in one ep.
Extension time.
People like us, we got to use our fucking relationships.
Exactly.
When I look at something like,
we can't play their record. We can't play their record.
Yeah, whatever happened with me in Combat, I want to say this. We, all of us, A-King, we all use any of our connects to get people.
Absolutely.
And it took time and relationships and love. Like when you come up and people say like, yo, I'll do your podcast, it's a commitment. It's a friendship.
It still is.
It's a love that they have for you or you.
Because we can't give them that chance. We saw my radio, like we face that now. They're gonna B.Dot will get mad. Oh, so why did he do radio? It seems so old school, blah blah. But motherfuckers are still desperate for those spins.
Right.
They think if they go up to the station and show love to the morning shows and the night shows, they're gonna get a spin. Mm-hmm. We can't spin they shit. T.I. came in like, we gonna play my record like
no SoundCloud won't allow us.
There's no
we don't play music.
We can't give you a spin. So radio's always gonna have that prominence, and like they get that access. Like you said, you walk into Engine Room, everybody in this building had to earn their spot and whatever they're coming in to talk to that person. And there's no payoff of a spin of their record. Sure. You can't go to rotation. So we still earn that. But I think that's what's exciting about the podcast game. And you stepping out and us emerging and doing what we're doing is that even though it's looked at as this established thing, it's still very much in its infinite stages. Like it's still early.
Sure,
and we haven't cracked that yet.
It's like social media. People think like life is beautiful. They don't even know,
It's perception.
It may look beautiful, but it's tough and it's weekend and you got to be consistent.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's take
But you know what I say? One final thing before we go to break, though. I think that's why I get so mad. No, let me tell you something. What I do?
YN is not playing. This is Rap Radar. We going on break?
It's your show. It's your show. It's your show.
I
was just saying. I think people get so caught up in the idea of who I'm cool with or who I'm not cool with. But I think the Drake thing is a great example. On some end, you can say, well, Drake, YN, he won't do the podcast. Or Drake, if Elliott is supposed to be so cool with Drake, why can't he get an interview? But I didn't get an interview with him. He respectfully agreed and then passed on it, and we still stayed cool. And like the thing about relationships is the navigation, as you know. You have your ups and downs with the person. And it's like you have to navigate that relationship. So to me, it's not always such a concrete thing of like, this person doesn't fuck with you or this person does. Because even the ones that fuck with you, that's even more responsibility, as you know, navigating those relationships. Because you do something, that person then takes feelings of that their friend pissed them off. Or that person they're cool with did something that was foul to them and then brought it to the public or talked about a conversation that you guys had in private or a text or an email and put that out to the world. The power of that, right? Like, I told you this in confidence. So part of the ability, and like I'm sure B.Dot does on a regular basis, is that we manage relationships. That's what's important to grow in this business. The ups and downs of it.
You guys are both Capricorns, right?
Yes, we are.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And you know why I tell the internets all the time, like, yo, whatever relationships you have, don't just ask people for a pair of Jordans or to follow you on Twitter.
The big ask.
Like, fucking, like, what the fuck? Or a pair of Yeezys now. Like, here's the thing. Fucking hit somebody up for their birthday. Hit somebody up for
I always
the holiday.
tell that. But people do that, and we talked about that with Kevin Lyles on our podcast a little bit about, like, keys to networking, because now we're in a generation where everybody knows we need to network, we need to so. But like my wife told me that the term is, like, some people call it the big ask, right? The big, and what people do is once they get somewhat cool with you, they rush to the big ask.
Yes.
Like I had a great conversation with Pete at the bar. We drank a couple
at
things.
The bar.
How can I get some Jordans, Pete? Like they just rush to it. Like, they just like, yo, dog. Like we had a great conversation there. Like let's build a rapport before you ask for the big thing.
I had a crazy story.
I'm sure B.Dot deals with that way more with Rap Radar.
I went to the Apple store to get my phone fixed, right? This is a true story. They have all your information, right? Sure. Got my phone fixed, whatever. The guy at the Genius Bar, he recognized me, big fan.
Sure. That's dope.
It's nice, right?
Now you're getting that 7.
A day later,
a beautiful
I
thing.
get an email, hey, it's the guy from the Apple Bar. I moved.
And your iCloud account?
He emails me. He went in the system just to get my information, just to pitch himself to me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Would
you want to come up on the episode on the Radar podcast?
No, this is before the podcast even launched. He just wanted an intern, just an opportunity. And I respect it, but I disrespect it because, like, dog, you could get fired for this.
Yeah.
But I didn't report him.
He got her number off of Marathon.
But if it was a girl, you would have been with it.
I would have thought about it.
Disrespectful.
Yo, you got a baby, B.Dot?
Yeah, I got
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
out here fucking.
Can I say
Hold on. We gotta pay some bills. Can we do that first?
I got a great story about how I found out he has a child when we come back. That's a tease.
We gonna get that.
You sure those aren't Hove's kids you're watching?
Don't do that to
It
him.
relates to Hove. We'll be right back.
Internet, don't go nowhere. You listen to the Premium P Show. Miss Listen Knows.
Wow.
Radar boys in the motherfucking
I could
building.
tell. We gotta get the yellow out the yellow nigga.
Be right back. Internets, as we always tell you, make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes.
Check us out on SoundCloud.
Listen, follow the page on SoundCloud. Stay connected to the catalog. We're on Stitcher. Where else we're on?
We're on all of the
Google Play,
major
Miss Lissa?
podcast platforms. I mean, wherever you're listening, you could put us right in your ear holes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. YouTube, we're on there too. We got behind the scenes video clips. Chris, our photographer, our videographer, brother
Extra
Christopher.
poppin'. He's making videos for you to watch. So go check it out.
YouTube, just search the Premium Pete Show. iTunes, SoundCloud, however it is. Make sure you subscribe, rate, leave a comment, fuck with the show, tell a friend to tell a friend, and listen, we appreciate you for that.
We definitely do. Let us know what you want to know. Hit us up in the comment box. I'm not going to listen to it or read it, but Pete is.
Yeah, most definitely I am. So make sure you do that so we know it's real.
Al.
The Premium P Show drops every Thursday with Miss Listen Knows in your ear holes. Internets, we're back. I'll tell you, we got to get to the story, but before we get to the story that you're going to tell me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You know how easy it was to get Chuck D on shows than it was to get you. I swear, I was hitting Elliott up.
He was mad at me, man.
Elliott is a difficult
he canceled
person.
5 times.
Elliott,
light skin?
Elliott, hold on. Elliott, first of all, he
Did you say yellow-iet?
He's yellow-iet.
Okay.
So, YN.
Yes.
He's curving everyone. The first time I met him, so God is my publicist. So I went to some shit at SOBs. He is. So I went to something at SOBs. And
what was it?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Some struggle rap shit.
No, it was that good.
Shout out to Larry.
I can't remember. But I ended up walking in with Ebro. And then
there you go. You lit. You lit, baby.
Hello.
You got light skin love that night. You was good.
And then Kevin Lyles. It was good. So I'm like, let me go up to YN because I know that my glow is a little extra glowy. So I go up. I'm like, yes, I do X, Y, and Z. I would love to interview. He gave me the general email. He was like, yes, my email is. I said, did this nigga give me his XXL email, Joe? I was nervous.
You're lucky it wasn't hot.
It was YN at XXL or some shit. I was like, he just violated me.
Yo, Pete, it's been hectic, man. I apologize, man. We're friends now. We know each other. Now we good.
When you see me, it's gonna be respect. And I know you was curving Pete.
No, because but B.Dot knows. Like I've had a crazy summer of like my wife got a job, so I technically don't even live in New York. I live in D.C. Technically,
really. That's
right, because she got a job in D.C. ESPN, The Undefeated, so they're based in D.C. A lot of the staffing's from the Washington Post, so we got a crib in D.C.
Nice.
We finally sold our Brooklyn home.
Really,
that took forever. So
you don't have no home in Brooklyn no more.
I'm in hotels, man.
Really?
From out here, yeah. So.
Yo, let me ask you: does she wear the pants in the family?
Hey, man, you know that happy wife, happy life.
And let me ask you another thing: why haven't you had any Wilsons?
The blessing hasn't come, man. But it's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
maybe should I adopt one day?
Adopt
one day.
You
gotta go like Somalia or some shit.
Go to Italy.
Brangelina got some kids for me now.
They splitting. Don't even talk about that.
I can grab one up, right?
You don't want those kids. Those kids is all battered and
They'll be
bruised.
wilding out.
Yo, your story.
Yeah, go back to the story.
Oh yeah, I have a 3-year-old.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let me tell you how I know about B.Dot's
I
child.
got a 3-year-old
Wait,
daughter.
you didn't know?
Yeah,
I never knew that.
I didn't know until
His own co-host didn't know.
Let me tell you how I found out B.Dot has a child. I can go in with this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Picasso baby video shoot.
Yeah.
Hove, right? So with the Picasso baby video shoot, Hove's doing the thing. See, what was that video? He just kept doing a song like in one take,
baby.
the whole art thing. No, but it was all cool. Like,
yeah.
And then
I just
Wale
want
was
a
there,
Picasso.
like a bunch of us. So
Picasso.
yeah, so he just kept running that, doing different things that would move people in and out, and then we got to stay because we know him.
Right.
So shuffling people out, he keeps performing. So finally, he has some downtime. we all go in the back. We follow the group, so it's like me, him. So we're segregated. So it's like Hove and one or two other people. Me and B.Dot sit down. We're there chopping it up with him, and then all of a sudden Hove goes to B.Dot. Yo, congrats on the new seed, man.
Congrats on the baby.
Congrats on the seed, yeah. Congrats on the seed, man.
You gotta let B.Dot
And
do
I'm
that
like,
voice.
Yeah, I was like, congrats on the baby. Yeah.
And I'm like, what? He's like, what? He said, yeah, congrats. I was like, you have a child? Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Why didn't he know?
I was like, yeah, last weekend. He was like, what?
And then Hope's looking at me like, oh, no,
I don't know.
What you want me to do? I'm sorry.
I thought you knew that shit, man. I thought
Y'all got to work that out.
I'm like, yo, this nigga told Hove he has a child before he told me. I gotta
did.
find out the motherfucking Picasso, baby. So I thought niggas was fucking with me at first. I was like, yo, niggas is fucking with me like it's some kind of prank. I was like, so I'm looking at him. I'm like, I looked in his eyes. I was like, oh, this nigga really does have a child. I was like, holy shit, he has a child coming up. Then I'm panicking. I'm like, yo, Rap Radar, we ain't got no millions like that for you, man. What's going on?
They got those shirts.
Oh man.
Why didn't he know?
Because
he told Jay-Z first.
That's why I want. Why you
and I'm supposed to be Jay-Z. And I'm supposed to be Jay-Z's friend, right?
You was the GOAT.
I needed, you know what it was? I needed some advice, and I was listening to that Glory song too at the same time.
Yeah, she made me cry, that Glory song.
I was like, yo, I listened to that, and I was like, yo, thanks. We had a conversation, and he gave me some advice, some fatherly advice, and something I still apply to.
So we was gonna bypass the fact that she was pregnant this whole time. You never mentioned anything to him.
Nah.
Why?
You know what it was?
Are you that secretive?
Yeah.
You didn't go on maternity leave?
I also believe, but I also believe in this era that we should just like keep some things to the chest. Like you don't see pictures of my daughter on Instagram.
Do you know his girlfriend or the mother?
I'm not in B.Dot's business like that. No,
but I believe
y'all not friends.
That's whole side chick. Whole side chick.
Here's the thing. In this culture, I think if you want to keep it's private. So if you want to keep things private, don't make it public.
I respect his privacy.
So I purposely don't, put my kid on Instagram or Twitter and Facebook. No disrespect to people that do that, but I just choose not
Elliott
to.
seen
I'll be honest with you.
He brought the child to the office. It's all good now. I just was shocked that Jay-Z at the Picasso Baby video shoot told me that my man was having a child.
But you never seen the girl. You know as much as us.
No, have I seen the girl?
Is that important?
Have I seen the girl?
You're thinking. Don't worry about it.
It's not important.
I caught the whole thing. This is just work. Y'all niggas work at Foot Locker together. It's not that serious.
You caught that shit like Jerry Rice.
I understand that. Because that's the only way to make it last. You guys can't hang out. You can't know that much about each other because then it's a different dynamic and it's a different interaction. Trust me,
But we still have great chemistry though. That's what I think is dope about it.
That's the key to the
chemistry.
And
we actually didn't even know we were going to have that, right? Like it's just us doing the podcast proved it.
It really does work with him and I. Like I think it's really bullshit to say, because we're Capricorns, we're both from Queens, but it just works. I guess we get each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes we be in the office, we might not even say anything, but we know what we're thinking.
Right.
We might send an
email about the same idea at the same time, and we'll be like, "Oh shit!" Like, when you vibe with somebody, like,
it's a beautiful thing. But I'll tell you,
dope wavelength.
I'll tell you got to think about how much a podcast does, and B.Dot, you could answer.
You
got
to tell us, Pete, man. Share some game for us, baby.
You can answer.
You've been in this, man.
You've been doing the Rap Radar for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
How much more? And I mean this in a subtle way. Yeah. Popular have you gotten from the Rap Radar podcast?
Woo!
Be honest. When you went out and people may have known you or may not known you, you've done different things. You've been on a couple TV shit. Yeah. But just from the Rap Radar podcast, you don't think you're more popular now than...
Absolutely. I think my profile has increased. Like, I go certain places, people may recognize me. I love it, but I hate it because I'm very introverted.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm very awkward. Like, I would go to a place and I'm not the type of person that, hey, I'm B.Dot.
Sure.
Just leave me alone. But it happens. Like, I went to go visit a friend in Rikers Island and the guard recognized me, or like a visitor recognized me. It's weird.
It's funny
because I'm not famous.
No, most definitely.
You famous,
but
famous.
But you're appreciating what you do. It's funny because as much as we say hip hop, they try to push people out. What I've learned in this podcast shit is they do appreciate episodes.
Absolutely,
they do appreciate archives. Like meaning, I'm sure you have gotten and I've gotten over the years where people see you like, yo, Premium Pete, man, yo, love that episode.
Right.
And you get that, and it's funny because it's like sometimes we think we live in a day and age where people are afraid to big up people because they think they're dick riding that corny shit.
I hate that shit.
But people do actually big up people, and you see that every week when you drop an episode.
If you give them that content, and the people are insatiable. I know you know that, Pete. It's like you give them great content, they big you up for that content, and then they expect something dope next week too. Like, it just feeds them even more. Like, they're insatiable. Like, they have a great meal, they want to go right back to that restaurant, have a great meal. It's like they expect that from you, and that puts the pressure on all of us. I think that's why the competition or whatever is heating up, because it's like people, the audience is super receptive, and it does impact them. And especially with podcasts, they take their time with it. When they appreciate it, when it becomes their soundtrack, they'll save it for a commute to listen to it.
Road
like
trip,
they consume the content when they want to. They're in control of when they consume that. That was the adjustment for me, because with magazines, you go away, try to make something fresh, and then you present it,
Right.
and that's it. Then you go away. It's
Do
like,
you have siblings?
you know, I have 2 younger brothers. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Kenneth
Ecuadorian.
and
Yo, why
Steven.
don't you ever... I feel like you don't embrace your Ecuadorian
The Latin side, right? I should have got them checks, right? I saw Lenny S getting some check from
Yeah, you
Brisk,
could've
like
been on
Latin months.
Telemundo.
Me and Fab don't embrace our Latin side,
man,
right?
yo,
Is your wife Latin?
My wife is black and Filipino.
She got the
actually.
best hair.
Okay.
She got the best
She
hair
black
in the world.
Filipino.
Word.
Ooh, hey, easy, Pete.
I'm sorry. Yo, honestly, imagine if Elliott does the next Crown or Telemundo.
No, Elliott need to do the next Love and Hip Hop. Elliott, you don't want to be on reality TV?
Telemundo.
Oh,
Yo,
you
I'll
what
tell
about
you.
you? Like Love and Hip Hop? Never know.
Yeah, go ahead,
I've
V.
been like approached for like reality TV.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too intrusive.
You wouldn't do any reality TV?
Never.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
don't want
like
to be
if it was
known.
the right show.
You and the baby
there's nothing
mama?
about-
B.Dot and his baby
I'm not
mama.
that famous enough, and I
gon-
don't want to be known as the guy from that show. I have a
Right.
fucking talent, you know. I have a career, so I would.
Let me ask you
decline.
something, B.Dot.
Yeah.
You have grown
Yeah, let's
to...
get into B.Dot.
Yeah, you have...
I would just, you see where I
Pause.
went with it.
Good pause. You have grown to become opinionated.
Okay.
You're a very opinionated motherfucker.
No, I don't think he's
They
grown
would
into
say.
that. I think it's grown that people give a fuck and they really care what he thinks, and they want.
because he
they
keep-
want that B.Dot cosign. They want that.
Because he doesn't. He's opinionated,
Okay.
and what I mean by that is I've always seen him like he doesn't just ride the wave. He's not a
Yeah.
yes man,
Yeah.
right? But then you got people that come at you because of you like that. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, but you're staying true to yourself.
Absolutely. I'm not. Listen, I don't dick ride. I
Who
like
doesn't
when
like? Who doesn't like B.Dot? Besides,
There's a lot of people that don't like me.
Yo,
People
what's this
not
guy's
like
name?
you
What's this
because
guy's
they don't
name?
like him. Are you
No,
kind of getting
I-
the backlash of the
No,
dislike?
I think the
Elliott?
problem
I
is
don't think
that-
it overlaps. I
Oh,
don't
you
think it
ride for
does.
your-
I don't
ride
think
for
it
your
No, it's not
dog.
even
overlaps.
that. I just think people don't like me because I can't do something for them.
Right.
That's what it is. It's like you don't like. Why do you don't even know?
I know who don't like you.
Who don't like
Two
me?
people. One person that we talked about a while ago in the comment section of Rap Radar. They roast the fuck out of you.
Who's that?
I forgot who you said.
Oh,
the
Mac
guy's name.
Diesel?
Maybe that's the guy.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Dart
yeah.
Adams.
Yeah.
Are you cool with Dart Adams yet?
I don't even know who he is.
I don't either because you saw my face. I was puzzled. Like,
Now, Dart Adams is from Boston, but for some reason he's had this long ass fucking beef with B.Dot. And honestly, I think they should fucking.
It's like
they should fucking
Play
go and-
backgammon?
I don't
yeah,
even.
yeah,
I don't-
Othello.
To be
Play
honest, I
Othello.
don't acknowledge people I don't even know. I never met you. Like I don't. I sleep well at night. I'm a nice California king. Like I don't.
California.
What's that dread count looking like, B.Dot?
doing that mogul talk. I'm sorry.
I just don't care.
Yo, you know what I got? I got a sleep
he did
number.
just,
back.
he did some humble mogul talk. You said
Right,
California.
right.
King?
I just don't care.
Okay.
I'm honest.
Yeah.
That's what I just don't care. I'd rather you talk about me than not talk about me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Write a
Do you read the
Petition.
comments?
Yeah, of course.
You do?
He
And then you
responds to the
respond?
people.
Yeah.
Responds.
I do not. I don't even read them
But
because I want to respond. So,
But no, that's I think.
and sometimes like
Teacher,
people write
teacher,
things
B.Dot.
on his page.
But that's the beauty of it.
I'm like, you better delete
it gives you
that
a
shit.
callous. It builds you up. It makes you almost impervious to the bullshit. Like you can't let things bother you, get to you.
But I feel like to deflect, you have to ignore.
I
If
do
it's
that
not-
too.
Because at the end of the day, even when you think you're ignoring something, it's still festering in your spirit. And you arguing with somebody that's not even in front of you. You're taking time out of your day to interact with words with someone who
So-
doesn't even matter.
so why do
who
you
has
care?
like three. I don't. So I don't even read it.
Right.
I don't care so much. I'm not even reading it.
that's
I'm not
why
even
when
giving
people
you that
say
time.
cyberbullying, I'm like,
Like,
just
I'd
turn
rather
your
be with
phone
my
off.
daughter. Like I'm not even.
Just turn off your computer. There's no such
Yeah.
thing.
Let me ask something, Pete.
Yo.
You think it's time for you to do something on your own one day?
People, you know what's
Bobby
funny?
Brown.
A lot of people have hit me up about that, and people hit me about that all the time. I think when the timing is right, you know, you can't.
I feel like the time is now. If you wanted to do it, you need to do it.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think.
He's going to do him. He gonna be on MTV2 doing crown shit. He gonna be running through SOBs, ignoring bitches. Like he don't give no fuck.
But it's not,
yellow nigga gonna do his thing.
But it's not like I'm tied
so
down.
I'm
not tied down to anything. You know what I'm saying?
Turning down anything.
But at the same time, I've explored and done things on my own without Elliott. You know,
well, you both. That's the thing. Here's the thing, and that's what I love. And I lived this for a while too. Elliott's Elliott Wilson. Brian's Brian B.Dot Miller. You do Rap Radar podcast, but you also both personalities and people yourself.
Exactly.
We work for hires.
You may host me, but let me ask you something. And
W9, Mr. W9.
What do you feel like you want your goal to be? Because when I think about you on the research I did, I feel like you need to be like an A&R.
Right, I want to be more like. I think my goal. I want to be like Michael Strahan. I want to sit next to a nice white Caucasian.
Is that your baby mama?
No,
she not white.
No.
Let me ask you something.
Let me see a picture.
Did Hov pay you to have this 3-year-old kid, and watch this thing? I got a feeling like he paid me side chicks. He's trying to like keep on the side. That's why Elliott didn't know.
Yo, happy fatherhood.
Yeah.
Yo, we ever said that story? That might be that's premium Pete exclusive. Oh, okay.
Not
with that detail.
What you saying, Pete?
No, what I'm saying is I could really see you doing something on your own, and not because Elliott's here, but you got to be. And I think money sometimes ruins everything. It ruins relationships.
I hate talking about money.
No, I know, but are you comfortable with what you got going on?
I'll never be comfortable.
No, but what I mean is, do you feel you're being treated fair?
Yeah,
and I don't mean Elliott's here, but I got to keep it real.
Let's do it.
Do you feel like that? Okay, because a lot of people that's what breaks up things, Elliott.
Of course.
Not feeling the worth, not getting any. I mean, like I spoke about it before, but a part of my departure also was just not being able to maneuver. Like I'm like, yo, we're getting some money. I got a son, I got a daughter. Could I get something that makes it? You can't get. I got to move. I got to move. I spent many times there, and I feel like sometimes that could happen.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, in my case, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I can't retire yet, but I don't even want to retire. I'm having too much fun. I have a daughter. She's eating, and bills are getting paid.
I mean, Hov
so
is
you're
sending
still with
that
the
check.
mother?
we cool.
He's like doing a great co-parenting thing.
We're co-parenting.
B.Dot can't be with somebody.
Parental partners. I hate the baby mama term.
I hate that as
Parental
well.
partners. That's kind of hot,
I just do co-parenting, but I like that. That's cute.
Parental partners is kind of tough.
That's what it is.
I hate baby daddy. I feel like when you do that, it gives it like a negative connotation.
It mitigates.
It feels like you
is.
didn't like the person, just like a mistake. My daughter was made out of love. The love didn't last as far as me being in love with him, but he's still one of my closest friends, and I'm gonna pick the next bitch. Like I'm running this shit.
Because that's gonna affect my shit.
Yes.
Yeah, but when you pay child support, you're eligible for a piece of pussy.
I don't have it.
Huh?
I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you something. My ex-wife.
No.
I pay child support. I used to give a little extra. Smash that out.
Only for holidays.
No child support on my end. Anything like that. It's all good.
You don't pay child support?
No, he does, but it's not like court ordered. He's taking care of his daughter.
I take care of my kid. Like I don't.
That's what it is.
I don't believe.
Yo, this is the most B.Dot's talked about being a father.
Yeah, I don't believe in child support.
Can I ask one question, B.Dot? Because I can't ask him on the Rap Radar podcast. Let me just ask you now.
What's up?
How do you think fatherhood has changed your life?
It hasn't. I'm just more.
Still fucking these hoes?
Whoa! Listen.
What do you mean it hasn't?
No. I am.
What you mean?
You go out less. You go out less. Like you said, you go out less.
No.
But what are you still doing? You still slinging that rock?
No, I'm still enjoying my life.
The rock's in the building.
I think having a kid. And listen,
Picasso, baby.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, we're having it.
No.
I'm actually curious. I want to know.
It is a present. I'm more occupied with her.
Okay.
Of my daughter more so than anything else.
So it has changed you in that sense.
Yeah, but I'm the same old guy.
No,
let me ask you, don't open your eyes.
You are evolving.
Don't open your eyes to
But you have to give a lot of energy to that child.
To that situation,
right. That's a different thing.
It opens your eyes. Like I feel like when I had my daughter, I was at a low point in my life. I just came home from actually I was away while she was about 2 years old. Yeah. And but when I came home, she opened my eyes to like, yo, I gotta. And I talk crazy, and I'm burnt, but I gotta treat women a little bit better. I watch my moves.
Yeah,
too.
that to me I think is the biggest thing because it's like a lot of fuck shit comes my way, and I think about her. I'm like, okay, I don't want to go to because if I do this, I'm gonna go to jail for Rikers, and I don't want to. I want to be around.
I want to bring this up real quick with Ebro, right? when that whole shit went down, yo, Elliot, I got to tell you this, but I love the way you stood up and gave the fucking block. For those that don't know, you can check on YouTube.
Some people said I acted like a sucker.
No, actually, I like that block. That was it was a low key block, But for those that
I
don't
wasn't
know,
gonna let him put hands. Oh, if he put hands on my man,
put hands on nobody.
Wait, you was about to fight Ebro?
It wasn't at that point.
it's a while ago. It's a while ago.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Nobody was gonna hit nobody.
Also, you also got to look at it. Ebro now has emerged and put himself out to the forefront. Back then, he was still trying to act like he wasn't going to do that.
Always
so that was one of the beginnings of him.
Ebro has always wanted to be at the forefront.
He did.
Even when he was with Miss Jones, she would always say his.
You're right.
He lying.
But I think he in a lot of ways used that situation and used Rap Radar and used B.Dot's very strong opinions about Hot 97 to help launch his individual launch.
True, but
which he always wanted to do. You're absolutely right.
His spirit was burning.
But so much of it was tied to Rap Radar and tied to B.Dot because he's so opinionated about what he feels about things.
And now he's kind of transitioned that to Tax.
I look at no. I look at with Ebro and I look at the situation and I say, here's a guy who has a morning show, right? Mm-hmm. Here's a guy, regardless before the morning show, he's a program director before that, right? Mm-hmm. He talks, I like Ebro, but what I'm saying is, how rah-rah can you really be? Meaning, are you ready to fight someone and get arrested out here? Are you ready to, for instance, what I'm trying to say, was he ready to go to jail that night?
I don't think he was. I don't think it was going to get to that point.
I think his bark is more than his bite.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to get to that point. We were just having a disagreement. It was a heated disagreement, but it wasn't going to get to that point.
The reason why I bring that up for is because when you have a kid, you think twice.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that has happened.
Yeah, because he could have stepped out and did something dumb, and then you're in a different situation.
Nothing. You seem really cool, B.Dot, but you seem like you have a strong windmill. Like I can't see you squaring up, ready to really get it in. Your
windmill game is serious.
And
fucking
Ebro,
Don Quixote.
I feel like Ebro has that angry face, but it's not real. It was just definitely going to be some real loving hip hop anger.
B.Dot is Macklemore's brand ambassador.
No, B.Dot's not fighting.
No, I haven't had
He's a Capricorn.
The last fight I had was 6 years ago.
Hello, and you definitely, it wasn't a
7.
fight.
Who'd you wash up?
Just push.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
Nobody that matters.
Putting hands on bloggers.
Come on.
Allegedly.
Are you Macklemore's brand ambassador?
No, I just like Macklemore. I
think Macklemore broke up with you, no?
Nah,
you was happy when Macklemore got the award over Kendrick?
Yeah. Why not? Yes.
Ooh.
He deserved it. Why not?
Why did he deserve it?
Because he's been putting in work for over 10 years.
White privilege.
That's what I'm feeling.
What I didn't like was the fact that he
apologized. You should never blow up.
Verse for verse, you think that he would do better than Kendrick?
Let me tell you something about life, though.
I just think that album was good. I think it was good. And I think he made more impactful and bigger records than Kendrick.
You should never, as a man, post your texting out to the world. It's never a good look.
He a baby.
I think your penis shrinks the moment you do that. Men should no longer do that. That's a problem. And that's the thing about someone we're such a social age, though. It's yo, dog, don't screenshot your texting and share it to the world. So him talking about what he said to Kendrick, that was the bad move.
I didn't like that. I just felt like
if you went fair and square because of all these things, whether you agree or not, that's fine.
And then he said some shit about Iggy Azalea too.
No, the thing is that I felt like Macklemore made great music. I think he made big music.
He only got that 2 songs. I'm gonna pop some.
But that's the song that you know.
And then the other one is Turning the Mac.
But check this out. But I heard the album and I knew his hit.
And you think his album's gonna be better than Kendrick?
I like this album. I think it deserved.
Okay. I feel like they're in your bag. What do you I feel like you dancing.
No, but check this out with Kendrick
they
and
been
Macklemore.
on the Rap Radar podcast.
Let me tell you,
Macklemore, Ryan Lewis.
But let me tell you. But would you believe me if I told you that I helped? Co-sign them both?
Yes, I would.
Both of them.
You're talking like somebody that helped co-sign Macklemore.
Even Kendrick, because Kendrick used to come to our office when no one knew who he was.
And then what did he do that made you talk like this?
He made great music, and I told Paul, I said, yo, Paul, this guy Kendrick Lamar is dope. And we know what Paul did? He told Dr. Dre.
I understand that. So in doing that, you still telling us that you still think that compared to verse for verse, song for song,
I think Kendrick is a better rapper than Macklemore, but to say I believe that Macklemore deserved the trophy. Why not? I just didn't like what he did afterward and making apologies. And
that was corny. That was corny.
You voting for Trump?
Nah, maybe.
I feel like you might.
Hey, you said you wanted a white penis soon, or a white guy.
No.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No.
Stop hating on them.
I didn't say. It's not about that. It's about what he said. I need a white penis that understand what's going on, or else I'm gonna kill his ass to show that I'm down for the struggle.
Kill white tea.
I'm just joking. But all jokes aside, I just feel like when you say things like that, I just feel like it's it's just politics. You are saying that because, of course, you want him to come on the podcast. We
want Kendrick to come on the podcast. We want everybody to come on the podcast.
Don't listen, Elliott. You don't have to be his lawyer.
We both.
I'm not being his lawyer.
We want Kendrick.
You think we're fiending to have Macklemore at the podcast at this point? No.
Listen,
and that's all due respect to him.
Talk.
But you know what I'm saying? No, that's not what it's
I love Macklemore. Actually,
so even now in the current state,
Kendrick.
In the current state, who do you think is doing better, or who do you prefer?
Right now, I would want Kendrick over Macklemore at the podcast. Absolutely, right now.
Are you happy, both of you guys? Because I wrote this down. Are you guys happy? No, I'm going to my notes. Shout out to Angela Yee. Angela, I got notes.
Can I get some more red wine too? While you get to
Don't get too drunk. You're going to see Jeezy soon.
That's true.
Shout out to you guys for coming here before you go see Jeezy. We rolling with you after this. Going with y'all.
+4.
Are you happy with the state of music right now?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Like you, especially because you friends with Jay, and I know you guys
He's friends with Jay, Picasso baby.
So knowing like the real legends and having these new artists that don't appreciate those legends, that don't pay.
So you talking about Lil Yachty?
No, he hates. We went through that today. I won't say who the guest we had. I won't say who our guest was today. It's because it's come out tomorrow. I don't want to blow it up, but.
So you could say he's not going to be not dropping it.
Can I say who it is?
Yeah, we dropped
Drum. We had this guy Drum.
Okay.
Nice. Broccoli, right? Drum, young rapper doing his thing.
Yep.
Cha was big. Broccoli's big.
Okay.
Lil Yachty's on Broccoli. B.Dot's on the record about how he doesn't fuck with Lil Yachty. So that's what comes up a lot. Like, there's a lot of artists of the new generation, like a Young Thug or a Lil Yachty or even Chance the Rapper. B.Dot don't really fuck with dude like that. Fetty Wap?
Fetty went on Angie Martinez and said that he does not know any Jay-Z or Biggie rhymes. Like, he cannot recite any lyrics. To be an artist and say something like that confidently to the voice of New York, like, I just feel like, But you know what I think happens now is I think that the new generation is so frustrated. They go out of their way to kind of borderline be rude and disrespect these beacons of that you can't touch because you're not respecting what they're doing. So that's why they're doing it. Like, they're saying, like, you know what? I live in a generation, like, to me, 5 years is a whole generation, right? So you have some kids that all they really know is watching Drake emerge to be that guy. But Drake even
so they're
did
like,
that to Diddy.
Drake's our guy.
What do you mean?
Like,
Drake did that to Diddy. Remember that whole debacle about DJ Wonder with the song, and then Diddy got mad, and it was like the altercation.
0 to 100.
Right.
0 to 100.
Next thing you know, he was on Breakfast Club apologizing, like Diddy, and this is the same Diddy that choked up the man for that "Hate Me Now" video.
Because the hot guys
apologized to him.
But that's not about that. That's just about that. The nigga Aubrey's the top shotter. Top shotter. You bow down to the top shotter.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the code of the game.
And that's what I'm saying. Now we in a point where our legends, it's Diddy. This take that.
Yeah, but he wouldn't bow down to Lil Yachty though. He wouldn't bow down to Lil Yachty or the new generation. But I think there's that divide. Is what I'm trying to say.
Maybe one day he may. That's what we promote these people.
But you know what I think is funny though? Drama made it when DJ Drama was on one of the I think it was on Hot or one of those stations. He was like, he brought up a good point where it's like we judge things by this 90s aesthetic because the 90s was our defining decade, right, for our culture. But yeah, Lil Uzi Vert. Is he whack because he can't rhyme over? He doesn't want to rhyme over Primo Beat, or he can't rhyme over Primo Beat because that's the 90s. That's 20 years ago. It wasn't like rappers in the 90s were rapping over fucking Sugar Hill.
Yes, they were. They were sampling.
You didn't know, but you didn't draw a beat from the 70s or like that kind of vibe.
That's true.
Like when you were playing those beats, those were modern beats at that time. So the problem now, we don't even have. We were talking about this earlier. We don't even have instrumentals of what's going on now. It's like there's not a current beat to play. So you're playing a beat to this new artist that's like 10, 20 years old.
But that's the fault
and you're trying to say if they can't rap on it, then like,
I remember going
cool.
to Nobody Beats the Wiz and buying the 99-cent cassette and getting that. So where's that at now?
The instrumentals aren't out there.
That's not
iTunes.
So like at
so
the end
you
of
have
the
to
day,
take that information and then reevaluate how you judge the freestyle. You can't judge the freestyle by whether Lil Yachty can rhyme over the group home.
Right.
You can't judge it that way because that's 20 years.
Yeah, but still, if you have lyrical content,
I agree.
If you nice, you could throw in any
You're not
beat.
rhyming over those kind of
Curtis
beats.
Blow, and you gonna
Those
be like,
beats are, no, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't playing Curtis Blow like
But
that
if
jam
we did,
thing.
even now today, if we had Raekwon in here right now and we put on an old school Curtis Blow, or even like, I don't know.
But they didn't have to
he
do
gonna
that.
kill it.
No,
but that's because we don't give them that expectation. That's like not teaching your kids the ABCs. Fuck you mean he don't do that? You need to. You need to if you really love this shit. You need to.
Yeah, but you know what?
I feel like you need to.
Honestly,
it's not okay to talk, sing
You
all day.
need to.
But it's a new generation. It's a new generation.
You wish they would.
I wish they would. I really do. Let's pray.
And now with the way the world moves now, to me, 5 years is like 10 years. 5 years is a whole other world, right? If you think about it, right? 5 years is a generation. It's like somebody was like 12 and then they're 17. That's a whole different perspective.
Yeah, I have a 7-year-old child.
Yeah, 15 and then or 16 and then 21. You go from being your last teenager to you're a young adult. It's like, so, look, you should respect it, but I think here's the thing. I'm not applauding these new cats for stepping out of line and being disrespectful. That's wrong.
Right.
But I just think they're doing it now just to fuck with people because they're almost borderline trolling because they're mad at feeling like they gotta be like all praises due to Biggie Pop. Everything is like bow down and get on my knees and you're not even respecting me enough, right? Sure. It's different to pay homage if you respect what the young person's doing.
Right.
But if you don't even respect what they're doing, my entry point can't be just me paying homage because everybody got their pride. Everybody wants to be hot.
DMC said last week it's not a generation gap, it's an information gap. Mm-hmm. And I really felt like, that's the thing, like just informing people, people connecting with each other.
You got a fucking phone. It's an encyclopedia.
No, but here's the thing too.
But they don't know what to look for. They looking for restaurants on motherfucking
I think they know a lot more. Lil Yachty knows they're fucking with you. They're just mad. They're trolling you because they're mad, and they're saying, you know what?
Yo, they use
you can't say I'm fresh if I don't have to prove I'm fresh to you by being like, these are my 5 favorite Jay-Z records. I don't want to give you that. Even if I have that, I'm not giving you that. And the more you're telling me not to do that as a kid, I'm going to say I'm not going to listen to that shit.
And I mean, I went to something for L.A. Reid when he released his book. And he was saying, like, if you do want to stay relevant and current, you have to stick with the kids. And whatever the kids like, you can never, think about, like the things that I say are wrong if I want to be popping. The kids.
Because after 18, I believe you're an adult. So I'm sorry.
But the kids see
it's a balance of both.
I like grandmothers.
It's always a balance of both.
I like grandmothers. Kids don't like grandmothers.
But it's really about the children because at the end of the day, the parents have bills and they don't want to spend their money. It's about like, mom, I really need to get this Young Yachty CD and I really want to so the parents buy what the kids want. Right. Yeah. Like that's how it works. So you want to be
we always respect the new. We want to fuck with the new. Everybody wants the new fresher. You want the new kicks.
But that's why I think it would be hotter if a lot more of the older or elder artists would co-sign and really give them more gems like what Nas is doing with Dave East. Mm-hmm. Hot as fuck. Yeah. I heard his shit the other day I was here. So ill, you could tell he had that nurturing, and you could tell that he had that. So that's so dope for me. Yep. And I wish more people would do that, but so many of these people are so afraid of losing their position that they're not grooming those that are coming after them, and that's whack to me. And that's all the board. That's media. That's music. That's everything. Actors. Everybody. Nobody's co-signing nobody that's next. All we doing is hating on them when we should be grooming them.
Well, that's collectively, I don't think people are doing that.
That's what I'm saying. It's across the board.
There are some people who are, appreciating the, Cool V. We had Cool V on here, Bismarck DJ Cousin. Yeah. He said something really dope. He said that they should do tours with old school and new school, so you get to see the vibe, the energy.
Bring the worlds together.
Yeah, bring the worlds together. And he thought that would be a great idea. But as we start to wrap up, I do want to say, you and Nori, B.Dot.
Yes, sir.
Is everything cool?
Yeah, it's good.
Cool? Because, again, I want to say people act like socially everything is cool, but he seemed to be a little upset about you saying that he got dropped or whatever, and then he had to explain himself.
Because I'm good with the wit, you know what I mean? But I didn't know Nori got defensive.
Shut down my red wine. Can I have one more glass of red wine?
No, we got to get out of here soon. But I didn't know he took it personal. We was going back and forth because that's a friend, and that's what I hate too about social media is that not necessarily to Nori, but to anyone in general. If you know me in real life, you have my phone number, don't take it out on fucking Twitter or Instagram. Just give me a call. So when I realized he was like really serious, it was a little bit too late. The damage had been done.
So then why didn't you hit him up?
I did.
Okay.
And then we hashed it out like that.
Took it off, okay.
And I was like, we apologized, and afterwards, 24 hours later, you're like, this shit was stupid.
Yeah, you should have never done it because now the whole world sees
exactly.
Even didn't he hit you up for Leo Cohen's number or something like that? And you're like, for what? Is that true? No.
Yes, I said why.
And
that's all I said was why.
And now he feels like that.
I was taught you don't just give motherfuckers people's numbers, right?
I grew up like that too.
I say, yo, what's Peace number?
But why is
you just gonna run his number to me?
I guess you need a better response.
All I said
a better
was
response
why.
would have been better, Elliott.
Yeah, like a nicer
like what?
one.
I don't
pal.
feel comfortable giving out people's numbers.
Well,
no, just be like, what
I heard,
what you need it for? Or just lie and say, I don't have it. I think he got a new number.
No. I get it because you're asking like you wanted to know why he wanted the number, but obviously he wanted to reach out to him. But the thing is,
just give it to him. He's not gonna be like, oh, Elliott gave me
But keep in
number.
mind, we come from the generation, and most definitely, say if Leo gets a call and then it's like. And it's like, yo, it's Nori. Yo, what's up? And it's like, yeah, I got it from Elliott. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker, he talks to Nori cool, but then he hangs up. He's like, motherfucker, Elliott, give my fucking number.
Yeah, that's old
no,
school,
he's not
yeah.
gonna say that though. He's gonna be like, oh, you gave it to me the other time when I saw. He from Queens. He from New York. He's not gonna. YN gave me a number, my dude. I just want to know if I could ask you a favor. Like, come on, you gonna play it better. He's so crap.
We love Nori, man. Look, Nori. Look, let me tell you something about Nori.
Nori's trying to drop a bomb on y'all.
He's dropping bombs. He's built a very successful podcast, and
So how do you feel about that? Because he came on your show and then got the podcast and like doing
I'm happy.
A little better.
I think it's a testament to our podcast. I mean, Nori's also a celebrity. He's a rapper. It's a rapper on rapper. Like, imagine being a fly on the wall to your favorite rapper. I feel good because after he came on our show, it went viral and it kind of launched.
The Michael Jordan joint.
Yeah, it springboarded his situation and his mixtape that he had coming out that same week. So
fuck rap.
Yeah, I love Nori.
Have you guys been on his show?
No, not yet. He wants us to come on, but
he always
I
think that needs to happen.
We haven't been to Miami.
Never been to Miami.
There's no way I could be in Miami and I go to Nori's show, but he's mad at me because I don't just fly down to Miami. It's like, we'll figure it out.
No, I love Nori.
Everybody think I got all this money. Where my money come from? Everybody's like, yo.
You YN. Why are you playing?
I had Nori's poster on my wall growing up.
Yeah, he said that too. Like,
it's true.
He
always said that.
I had a CNN poster next to the Jay-Z Big L poster in my room in Queens.
No, but Nori's brought a whole new exciting energy to the game. Again, to go back to what you're saying, I think that, like you said, if you really look at the lineage, Hawaiian App was first, Combat took it to the next level.
Yep.
You was a major key in that.
Yep.
And then, you start to see new energy. Taxstone brought new energy. Yep. Joe Budden brought new energy.
Most definitely Joe Budden too.
We came in and really brought like a lot of excitement to it. And then after us comes Nori. So, it is what it is. And it's like Nori's perspective is that way. It gets real competitive. I've given him props that he's the toughest competition I've faced in a lot of ways because of the numbers he's putting up. But at the end of the day, we know what makes ourselves different than Nori. And we're gonna keep delivering as the Rap Radar podcast, and I don't care how well his numbers are. I still feel like what we're doing is the best in the space, and we're gonna keep delivering.
CBS taking him out to eat. Yo, I mean, did you even with Combat? I mean, obviously, I feel like you guys have a respect for each other, but did you ever feel like you could do a better job than what he was doing? And is that because you came in and sat on the podcast, and then
of course,
I'm sure there had to be some inspiration. Even you, B.Dot,
my respect for the podcast game. I think that, again, when Wind Up was just out there, it was kind of just like a novelty, right?
Yeah.
I think that Combat Jack show with the incarnation of Dallas and you and Just and A King emerging and everybody out there, it's like y'all kind of brought the serious business element to it, right? And again, I just felt like obviously I have respect for what podcasts were doing, but I wasn't going to fully jump in until I felt like we have something and what could be our perspective and be different about it. There's nobody listening to the Rap Radar podcast going, oh, that's just a fake ass Combat Jack show.
Yeah.
They're not. So as long as I'm doing that and I'm still acknowledging the work that Combat does, and Combat's evolved, and he's smart. And it's like he's not like that person that's like he's as an evolved. And again, you talk about like this is rare for us. Like I actually don't believe in podcasts going up, podcast mashups, because I feel like that's cheating, and obviously it's going to help build your audience.
Yeah. And
everybody in that space has done that. Ever since like Rap Radar came along, that's what's happened. But it is what it is. Again, I just know what our lane is different, and I think that's what the listeners are getting. They're blessed to feel like if someone's sitting with you or sitting with Combat or sitting with us, it's going to be a different interview and a different experience. So the public wins in the end.
Yeah,
me and B.Dot, we face the challenges, and we just know, like, I just think that beyond a lot of things, right now we're in a good space, and we feel re-energized, and we just delivered a lot of good content with Kevin Lyles and Andre Harrell, and we got some good shit on deck.
And what do you want to interview that you haven't already?
Everybody, man. Come on.
Oh, everybody.
All the big dogs.
So
the
Shaka
crack
Khan,
those big dogs.
That's who I want.
I'll sit with Shaka Khan.
One day.
Don't act like that she was already on your list.
She gonna want some
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
I don't like telling people
that just
stuff.
happened, Pete. Your mic broke. I think it's time for us to go.
We're gonna wrap up. I'll tell you one thing. Elliott and Combat are definitely the oldest people I know to ever start wearing Jordans. Like, you know what I mean?
You always say that's your favorite line, right?
I'll be honest. Combat was 50, got his first Jordan.
Wale gave me my first Jordans. I knew that, Pete, right? Wale gave me his first one.
Because you want to see Jeezy. That's what it is. And I understand.
We got obligations.
I'm trying to follow y'all. But can we just do our fun segment? It's called I Don't Trust People. Pete, tell them what it is.
Well, listen, I Don't Trust People is how I started it on Twitter. It's who we don't trust, what we don't trust. And I started tweeting it. And when we did the show, we said, fuck it. Let's make it a segment. So, internet, you know how to get involved. Hashtag I Don't Trust People as I Don't Trust PPL. And
you guys think of some real quick. So you give us some tips, things that you don't like.
If you
submit, we don't like.
Who we got to submit this week?
So our first one is, didn't you know? I don't trust people that come and just go in your fridge and don't ask. P.S. People can't wait. Oh, he want a live show. So he don't trust people that come in your house and go in your refrigerator.
Oh, man. Who does that?
No, listen.
Savages.
Get your fucking hands out of the refrigerator.
There's some people that do that.
Wow.
I feel like you have to make sure you wash your hands anyway if you're going to do that. But you have to, after 4 times, you have to just go in the refrigerator.
That's a fact.
I'll be honest.
You're not a guest anymore. Like
He said, Nori, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
You're not a guest.
First of all, don't come over anybody's house and go in the refrigerator without asking.
That's disrespectful.
That's first of all.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
You
out
can
of
get
here.
smacked for that.
Yeah.
Especially if your grandmother is from the South or she like Latin. She's like, adios mío, hijo no. And then you getting slapped with a ruler.
Word.
Don't put your hands in people's refrigerator. Our next one is from That Dude Smitty. I don't trust people who say they don't listen to song lyrics. I think that's true because ooh is not nah. It's a lot of noise making now. So and a lot of talk
mumble
singers.
mumble rap.
When you get mumble
I
rap,
always say that.
Shout to Genius, because when you get mumble rap, you need people like Genius in your life to help you. And I'll be honest with you, I grew up in a day where we stopped the tape or stopped the, I used to record from the radio and then stop it to listen
and
to the
rewind
lyrics
it back and get them lyrics.
Because I had to know what the fuck he was saying. I didn't know exactly word for word, so then I could be able to spit it.
Get it right.
Yeah, most definitely.
Our next one, Al, is from a girl. That makes me happy. Shout out to all the females that listen to
the
Premium
ladies.
Pete Show featuring yours truly, Al. So, Joel, Jojo 0216. I don't trust Chinese restaurants that say the food will be longer than 10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Right, because you know it's already pre-done. Like, them chicken wings already done. They just reheating it. What, you don't eat Chinese food?
No, of course. I like Thai food. It makes me feel more
Me
fancy.
too. It does. And it's the same price.
Yeah.
Shout out to Young Bangkok.
Elliot, how you get bougie on us?
He's been bougie.
I'll be honest with you. Whenever I go to a Chinese restaurant, the only thing I don't like is I order something so simple, and then they go and belt out something crazy that makes me feel like they got my order wrong. Like for instance, I'll be like, yo, give me a roast pork fried rice and give me a wonton soup. They turn around like, holy shit.
3,000.
What the fuck is going on?
Extra.
Okay.
And they don't even want to give you no extra sauce. So what about you guys? Do you guys have any
anything
things you don't
trust
like?
or what you don't trust?
Fuck with?
I don't trust people that come to your house and keep their shoes on and walk around. Like, take your shoes off at the front door. Like, walk around my
you from Canada?
I'm just saying, like, you walked in fucking the concrete. You walked on the subway. You're gonna walk up the stairs of the carpet.
I get
with your shoes on?
it. But you gotta hope their feet don't stink.
Nah, just take your shoes off, man.
You gotta have some chancletas ready for them.
Have something, man. Just walk around
you
inside.
gotta have chancletas. You gotta have some slippers.
That too.
Some slides.
What about you, Elliot?
Walking on
I
your
don't
floor.
trust anybody, man.
Anyway,
Metro. I don't trust you on Metro.
I don't trust people that try to drop the podcast first.
Hey.
Yeah, again, people that, I think the common theme, I think a lot of, like you said, about the big ass, like, I don't trust people that, like, rush so fast to try to make something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got to take your time, man. You can't just, like, don't act like the first time you see somebody is the only time. Like, look at us. Like, SOBs.
I know
boom.
it was going to be the last
now
time.
I'm in your house. Like, I'm all up in here with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to learn how to be assertive, but then also play the wall.
Yeah.
And be both ways. So I don't trust people that like just go for that quick grab. They think there's going to be that instant magic moment right out the gate. Like, I'm never going to meet you again. It's never going to happen. It's like, yo, just slow down.
Time,
it's crazy that you say that, too, because the day I
Mm-hmm.
met you and I also spoke to Ebro, one of the things he did tell me was, you have to learn how to talk less before you can talk more.
Exactly. That's true.
Like even with him, he was behind the scenes, he was doing all
because
that. Because
people rush and feel like they have to say everything in it because they're never going to get another moment.
Right.
You have to be confident to believe you're going to get another moment.
Right.
You have to have faith.
You have to have some level of faith.
Yeah, B.
All you're doing is just like starting like an appetizer. Like things have to take their natural progression. You wouldn't like a guy that just pushes up on you all crazy out the gate.
Give me that puss.
It's like, yo, fam, slow down. Like, even if I think you're cute, it's like, why are you speeding, my guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think I just don't trust the whole people that like feel like they could just rush the moment. The bottom line is like, yo, you just have to play the rhythms of it.
No matter how many,
because we're all human in the end. No matter whatever level you think of success anybody is, we all want to interact and have cool interaction with people. We don't want to feel uncomfortable.
We want to be organic.
You know, it's like the big pun. I'm uncomfortable, dog. Like, go that way. It's like nobody wants to feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Like you said, like he can't go to Apple Store and a motherfucker gonna steal his email address and push up his music on it.
And no matter how many L's Meek has taken, one thing he will always have longevity with is there's levels to this shit.
Oh,
yeah.
But into this, listen,
levels, baby.
The Rap Radar boys,
Yes.
Brian B.Dot,
on that Premium Pete, baby.
Elliott Wilson.
Thank you, Pete.
What's next? What's next for the Rap Radar podcast?
We got a lot of episodes.
A lot of episodes
man.
coming. Who knows?
What
man?
about the website?
Website's still doing well.
Flourishing, man.
Up and running.
Shout out to Jimmy, Don't Hate Be Hated. Shout out to the big homie, Paul Don.
Yep.
You know, that's the four of us, man. You know, Amaya left us, went to Complex.
Very mom and pop.
Honestly, I like Amaya, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know if he could fit a fitted hat. I feel like he got like a size 9 3/4.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, he's got a custom fit him hat.
And on that note, I'm out.
Right, because he got to go see Jeezy and we got to follow him in our car. So.
Into this. Listen, Rap Radar boys.
Thank you, no, but Pete, thank you so much for real.
Oh, most definitely.
Sorry it was a fucking diva, so much like rescheduling and all that
thank
shit.
you for coming on this special occasion when you could be with Jeezy.
Nah, listen, he's being a hype beast. Don't worry about it. We appreciate it. We appreciate
you know
B.Dot.
you're going to have another moment. Don't act like that. You'll see him again.
Into this. Don't podcast shame people. Check out whatever the fuck you want.
Podcast shame.
Check out whatever the fuck you want. I'll see you next episode.
And retweet Elliott shit. He's tweeting. 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 He's tweeting.